I see you've joined.
All right, it's loading.
Oh baby,
Oh,
those new diggers were so good.
they were insane.
We have to buy some. We have money. We should actually just buy some.
All right, I'm in. I'm spinning in a circle. All right, it did not boot me.
Okay, good.
Let's go. I'm coming.
Oh, the dozer is in the way.
I wish they had an MMO like this, as insane as that sounds, you know?
I completely agree. I would play it all the time.
Yeah,
I'd
I
love
think it is
an
like the
MMO
only
like
like
this.
I would log on and go to my construction job every day.
Imagine there was an MMO like this and it was a persistent world that you just built and then it became insanely large, but you could even go crazy with it. Like you could have like, in GTA RP, you could have like a city council who did planning and
Uh-huh.
and allocated budgets to like new roads and build like new services and fuck, man, it would be awesome.
It would be sick.
It
Man,
would
I
be
don't
so
know.
much fun.
I don't know, did we ever talk about the game Eco, or have you ever seen it?
Yeah, I played it. Yeah.
You have
I
played it.
played it
Oh
with
man.
chat one time. Yeah.
I played it, but that was like I enjoyed the idea that was like oh yeah, this is supposed to be a server that's up for like months and it could take like 2 weeks for a recipe. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. But I will say that was a lesson for me in not saying bad things about games, even when I'm joking. Because I was streaming it with a bunch of folks, and my buddy Good did not tell me the dev was in chat.
Oh.
And I was just ripping on the game the whole time, being like, who's gonna wait 3.5 weeks to make a biscuit? This game is so stupid. Like, just like completely tearing it apart. And we
Oh.
go to play it the next week, and he was like, man, the dev fucking hates you. And I was like, why? Why would the dev even know who I am? And he's like, oh, he was in chat the whole stream. I
Oh
was like, oh,
no.
cool, man. Thanks for telling me.
Oh, it happens sometimes though.
Oh, man, it hurts so bad. I felt
I've done
terrible.
that a bunch of times, I'm sure.
When I went back to watch the VOD,
Nobody's ever actually like sort of pulled me up on it,
so
as if to say
I
I'm
feel like I have
pissed
a
off about what you did.
I have a distinct memory of going back to the VOD, and I feel like I remember seeing the dev be like, "It's supposed to be an educational game. It's not made for idiots." And I was like,
Oh no.
"Oh."
Oh no. Oh. Tractor with crane. Is this tractor with crane going to be able to do? I might need some help with the mobile crane over at this
Oh yeah.
location. Yeah,
Wait,
just to load up a truck.
just got to load a truck. Yeah, let me.
Got to load a big one.
Where you at? The building yard?
Yeah, it's at the building yard. There's like three things that we got to pick up. I just got to go pick up a truck as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Todd Howard watched in horror sips turn people into processed meat. Yeah, I mean, I've never had a message from Todd Howard saying, "Good job on all that
Good job on
wasteland
all the
meat that
meat.
you created."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So there is that.
Where'd you need my help again? I think I came here right as
Uh,
you left here.
yeah, no. Did you bring the big mobile crane, the big yellow one?
Nah, I should probably get that. Let me do that. All right.
So you need it to pick up
I got the big yellow guy,
these big boys.
and heading to the building yard with it.
In the meantime, I will go and rent the stuff that we need for asphalt.
Yep. So I gotta put that stuff on your flatbed.
A Sanny.
Do it.
Yeah, just chuck it onto the flatbed. Yeah, please.
Sir.
Cat. Let's get some more Doosan
Deucens
stuff.
are good. I like a Deucen.
Oh, I don't know if they do. Oh, yeah, they do. They have an asphalt compactor, but they don't seem to do any. Oh no, they don't even. They only do a dump truck, a wheel loader, and an excavator.
Oh man. I figure one of them has to do like a bigger like there has to be like the top of the line asphalt spreader, right?
Yeah,
Like it's got to
there's a
exist.
big one here.
You know, here,
This
let me
one's a huge one.
place this a little
The
better.
Cat AP 1055F. I'm gonna rent this one. It's huge.
Oops.
And then we need That's an articulated dump truck, but we need an asphalt
What?
truck.
Don't mind me. You keep doing that. I'm gonna. There we go.
This one here. I guess we'll just grab this one. Service vehicle. What? Okay, I'll go pick these up.
I got one more thing to load on you here.
The third one might see if it'll fit, but we might have to do 2 trips. Kind of annoying.
No, it should fit.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Top of the line
There you
ass
go.
spreader. You got all 3 on?
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
All 3 of them. Should I bring this guy to the site? You think we're gonna need it out
yeah,
there?
if you don't mind, yeah, and I'll
yeah.
just get all this other stuff.
Yo.
Yo, look at this thing's huge.
It's exciting.
Fast, dude.
All right, I'm going back to the runway. Nice. It's so fun to build it. We're gonna build some commander decks real soon. Oh, look at that thing.
Yeah, it's a different model to the one that we're used to.
Do we have to unload that truck?
Yeah. See there's like the blue thing.
You want to bring it here, or should I go grab it?
What, the crane?
No, I have the crane. We need the truck with the supplies on it.
Oh yeah, do you mind going to get it, and I'll bring the the dumper.
Let me just put this in a decent spot. Okay. Oh, going to get the multi-trailer.
How do you extend the functions, steer, construction view, context menu? Oh, it's probably this, right? Aha.
Whoops. Wrong place.
Yes. Okay. All right. Let me go grab this dump truck as well.
Yeah. Whenever we hit a step where I have nothing to do, I'm gonna go make a pot of coffee. I haven't done that yet.
You're going to get up. You're going to get coffee now.
No, I'm gonna wait until there's like a step where I don't have anything to do for a minute.
Oh, sure, yeah.
I figure this is gonna be one of those eventually.
If you want to go get coffee, I can unload all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go make a pot. I think it's time for a break. I'll be right back.
Like a true construction worker.
I'll be 2 minutes.
All right. Oh yeah, here we go. Look, I'm gonna get this loaded up as well while he's gone. You can't leave it. You got to keep the engine running, that's why. I'm such a fool. Do they drive these things with this stuff on, like, going forward, or do they drive it backwards? In real life? Does anybody know? Does anybody have a clue? Forward, all right. All right, I'll let Justin know when the time comes. Hey, look, Justin just sitting in a field. He's meditating, yeah. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Quick. I move this stuff out of here. I think maybe I can start doing some of this stuff while Justin is paving. Construction workers are really into mindfulness training. Maybe they are, you know.
Hello.
Hey, you're back.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I'm just clearing the site here.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You want to do the paving?
I would love to.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll line it up here for you, and then you can.
Oh baby.
You can go crazy.
This is the new paver.
This is the one.
Oh man. Look at that.
I didn't get a compactor, but we'll get one when the time comes.
So it's beautiful. I like how there's two. Can you sit two people in this?
I don't know.
There are two seats, which is.
Nice.
I wonder, like, why? Why would you need that?
I don't know. I don't even know if I can actually do anything.
That's so cool. That's great. All right, I'm gonna let it rip.
I gotta place the arresting system components. I'll do that.
The arresting system.
You okay to fill yourself back up with this dumper
Yeah, I should be able to.
while I do this stuff?
Yeah, yeah. It should work. Oh, man, the runway's almost done.
I think this one's got a bigger capacity. This
It did hold quite a bit.
this paver.
I think I just ran out. Let me go fill it on up. Let's see. Which dumper has it? Is it the yellow one?
No, it's the
blue one over here.
The blue one, yeah.
All right.
Got like a covered top.
Yeah, yeah.
To keep the good stuff hot.
Yep. You don't want any birds eating it.
No, God, no.
And they will.
They will, and
they
it's
love
expensive. It's an expensive snack for a bird.
They have not earned it.
No, they have not. They haven't raked the yard or anything. They haven't earned their nickel. Their daily nickel.
Let's see. I have not used this before.
Oh, it's really easy. You just dump right into the thing. You might need to refill it, but you can context menu refill it if
That's beautiful.
you run out.
Do I have to like open it to dump?
No, it's got a little chute. Just got to make sure that you're lined up, and then it should come out. There you go.
I'm pulled right up there. Hold on, let me look at the old controls. I've lifted my dumper. What the fuck just Hold on. My truck started to fly.
You gotta get pretty close, and then there's like a little chute.
Yeah, yeah. So I think the chute was like stuck, and it started to lift my truck off the ground.
Sometimes it gets stuck on like the side of the yellow thing.
Yeah, yeah. It's chilling now. It's doing its thing. Oh, that wonderful hot asphalt. You ever hear old people tell you stories about like eating asphalt or chewing on the tar?
Yes.
My grandma says that all the time. And I was like, I don't get it. I don't see why at any point in your life you were compelled to chew on tar.
No, I think it was like such a new technology when they were young that, you know.
They're just like, we're going to chew on this.
It would be like the equivalent of us saying like, oh, fuck your computer, you know? That was like the new technology for us, and everybody thought, oh, you know, I got to get I gotta fuck my couch. I gotta fuck my computer as well.
Yeah, I gotta fuck this computer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whenever something new is invented, it's promptly fucked.
That's right.
Yeah.
But back in like the 1920s when they invented asphalt,
Hmm.
they ate it instead.
That's
Got a mouthful of
a
it.
delicacy.
Yeah.
How am I already out? Hello? That can't be right. Maybe I didn't give myself a full load. Let me
You probably didn't.
let me
You have to like fill that dumper right up.
let me fill that dumper right back up. Yeah, and my mom also told me they used to ride their bikes behind the pesticide trucks that were spraying to kill mosquitoes.
Oh
They would
my
ride their
God, yeah.
bicycles in the cloud because they thought it was fun.
Did you grow up? Did you live in the suburbs when you were a kid?
Yeah, I was in the suburbs of Long Island.
Did you guys ever have those big chemical trucks that would come by and spray your grass, your front lawn,
I
and your
feel
back lawn?
I feel like there would be chemical trucks that definitely sprayed.
Yeah, we
I don't
used
know if
to.
it was lawns.
They would come and spray your lawn with the juice, and then people would just go right out on their lawn. It would be like still wet. People would just be like rolling around in their lawns and stuff. That cannot be good for you.
It just
Lawn
can't be.
juice.
It just can't be.
Oops.
That's right. Thank you, Zombie Swanson. Yeah, I'm trying to think. There's got to be something that, like, when I'm older, people are going to be like, oh my god, you were doing that?
Oh, there's gonna be tons of stuff.
I wonder what it would be.
The '80s were wild. We used to we used to go on our bikes with like no helmets and go off jumps in the creek and everything. Nowadays, you couldn't do it. People would be like, "You're crazy. You need to wear a helmet."
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know one single person who wore a helmet on a bike when I was growing up.
Oh, same. Yeah, not one. Not a single one. What? I'm going to lose my mind. Just let me lift the dumper. Is there any reason why it wouldn't let you lift? Oh, because if it's empty, probably, huh?
Oh yeah, you gotta.
Oh, I think you have to
know how to
re-promote me.
Oh, you not? Okay, hang on. Let me do this. Oh yeah, you're back to being a temp. There you go.
Ah, thank you, thank you.
I've made you a foreman once again.
I will say one of the things that might contribute to an early death for me is you ever work with the material diatomaceous earth?
No.
It's like very finely ground skeleton, I think, of like bugs. That's how I'm understanding it. Maybe
Right.
I don't know. It's like glass. It's like little powdered glass.
Right.
And there is food grade diatomaceous earth, but like I maintained a swimming pool for a few years,
Right.
and the filtering media we used was diatomaceous earth, and I would have to dump it in a bucket and make it into a slurry, but I would always get this huge cloud of diatomaceous earth that would puff me in the face.
Right.
And I've heard recently that is like the fast track to lung cancer.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like they're like, oh, you should never breathe in even the littlest bit of that. And I was like, well, what if you breathed in like tons of it for
A
3
shit
years?
ton of it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So we'll see how that goes.
There's always something like that though, where you're just like, yeah, I did a lot of that, and they told me it was okay at the time, and now
Yeah,
I'm finding
yeah.
out it really is not okay.
It's actually super not okay.
Yeah. There's always something.
God, I remember hearing stories that I had a grandfather who was told by a doctor to smoke cigarettes in light of his lung cancer.
Really?
Yeah, maybe in like the 50s or the 60s.
But do you think you just said that as if to say like you enjoy it and there's nothing you can do now anyway, so you might as well just
I want to say they said it was pitched as like a possible remedy.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's so weird too to have like vivid memories of smoking being like completely okay, right?
Yeah.
Like
used to-
smoke everywhere.
Man, when you used to be able to smoke inside, like most places, I want to say, we used to go to Subway in the winter for lunch, and we would just buy like a cookie, and we would sit there for like 3 hours and just
Just
smoke.
smoke. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That was
we
us
were
at
able to
diners.
smoke in the restaurant. Yeah, so it was so cold outside that we
Mhm.
just needed somewhere nice and warm to smoke in.
We
So
would. I think the
Subway was it.
probably the like the worst case of that for me was we used to hang out at a local laundromat because they had
You could smoke in there.
yeah, you could smoke in the laundromat and they wouldn't kick you out as long as you were doing laundry. So like
Nice.
my friend would just like
Take like one sock.
yeah, you just like buy a single
Just
thing of
take your
soap.
sock off.
It's crazy to think like we used to go to the diner and just get coffee and sit there for hours smoking cigarettes, but like as children. Like we were like
Yeah.
15 years old,
I know,
and no one was
yeah.
like, "Hey, you kids, stop that!"
That's crazy.
It's so nuts.
In Montreal, you used to be able to just walk around the mall, like just a mall, walking around. You could just smoke. There's
Yeah.
little ashtrays by all the benches.
I feel like I have a memory of my mom smoking in the grocery store while I was a kid, but that feels insane. But I think that's also true. I think that was real.
I smoked quite a bit as a teenager, but also my best friend's dad smoked about a carton a day,
Oh man.
and indoors. So like we were in his house
Hmm.
a lot of the time. So I feel like I've got like a double whammy of probably too much
Man.
smoking myself, but also just a shit ton of secondhand smoke. from
Yeah. Yeah.
my friend's dad. But oh my god, his house just reeked. Like
Yeah.
every time you went over, you came back. Like all your clothes, everything was just
Just covered.
yeah.
I didn't realize how much cigarettes smelled because everyone I knew was a smoker, including like my family. Until God, I remember someone, maybe it was like a video game, but someone lent me something, and when I gave it back, they were like, "Dude, it's
It
ruined."
stinks.
And I was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like,
Stunk up my game.
and I was like, "Oh yeah, like every single person in this, like, there's 5 people who live here, and we all smoke cigarettes. It's not good."
Oh man. Are you gonna have enough to do this bit?
I think
You
I will
should,
need
I
another
think, right?
refill. Probably just one more.
You turn in here? Okay.
Yeah, I'll walk it back up the seam. Sorry, I'm having turning issues.
Yeah, quitting smoking is you nowadays you gotta. It's so expensive.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll say,
And
man, it was
so bad for you too. But
God,
like,
it's-
also just the expense too.
it really
I mean,
sucks.
It's crazy.
It sucks living in the place with the cheapest cigarettes in the country. Because it's tempting.
Man. You tempted?
I shan't though. Nah, yeah, fuck, man. It's been like 6, 7 years since I stopped now. I mean, I'm still vaping, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
That's another one
Thank you
where
so
it's
much.
all gonna come, you know, in a couple of years or
Mm.
10 years or whatever. It's gonna be like, yeah, vaping is pretty much the worst thing you could ever do to yourself.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here being like,
Everybody's
I
gonna
wonder,
look back.
I wonder
Holy
what I
shit,
do.
really? Oh,
I wonder if I do anything that's going to be weird in the future. Just sitting here huffing on my little USB stick.
no. Yeah.
That's so funny.
I've got another load here. I can do the dump and ride if you want.
Yeah, it's up to you. It does hold quite a load. The old dump and ride. A classic maneuver.
I love me a dump and ride.
It does wiggle me a little bit, but I got good control over it.
I could probably give you a bit more space because the chute actually extends.
Oh man, I've got a little tiny gap I missed, but I'll live with it. You know, the far be it for me to be the vape defender, but I don't think the popcorn lung is a thing anyone has had to worry about for like 5 years.
No, I think that's
That was insanely sensationalized.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Unless people are buying like 10-year-old vape juice that also tastes like candy or whatever. But I was never, I don't know. I don't vape to taste Fruit Loops. I want it to taste vaguely like mint or bubble or like, mint gum. That's what I'm looking for.
Watermelon.
No,
Jolly
no water.
Ranchers.
I don't want any. Oh, I'm empty.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna back it up to this thing. Gotta get back to the scene.
I'll make it light in a sec. Hang on. Let's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
finish this and then.
Just a little bit of night pouring. I'll say a thing I don't like is I don't know, the weed vapes do scare me. That's the only thing where I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, you know, if someone is just making this like in their home, I don't know if I trust that they're using the proper regulations and stuff, you know.
Sure. I hope you've got enough to finish here, but if not, I got another whole load of the hot stuff for you.
This might get. I just ran out again.
That wasn't a full.
It was it was
It wasn't a full.
a real wimpy load. You can't have a wimpy load. You just can't. I don't know if I asked you this already, and it feels like this is. I mean, it's 10 a.m. here, so I'm like, this is too early to say some shit like this. But it's the weekend. But would you be self-conscious of a small load?
No, I don't.
I love
think
asking
so.
people this. Like, you just wouldn't care. You'd be like, oh, it is what
I
it
wouldn't
is.
care. Yeah,
All
I
right.
would. Yeah, it is what it is. What it is. I can't help it. I mean, I can help it.
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
You do have some control over whether your load is big or small.
yeah, yeah. Like, have you
You
ever
gotta be-
have
I
you ever
think
had
you gotta
someone
be very
load shame
patient,
you?
though.
Have you ever been load shamed?
No, never. Have you?
Yeah, one time. It was a
That's
bad
outrageous.
feeling. It was like it was in in jest, you know, like it wasn't real, but I was still like, there's some truth to that. You're shaming my load. You're upset with this load.
No, I can't say that I've ever been.
You've never been load shamed. Damn.
No, I'm happy for it as well.
Yeah, it wasn't a great feeling, I'll tell you.
I'll reposition.
I gotta do. You know what? I'm gonna put my screed in so I can turn easier. There we go.
Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll make it morning.
Oh damn. Yeah, let me line this up. Get the screed back out. Look at that.
Is that how I flooded my garage with a big load? Yeah. Yeah. I just went fucking crazy one day.
I don't want to repeat that just because I don't like the phrasing. But no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like when I was shamed, I feel like they were taking it as a I think they were under the impression that it was performance based, you know?
Right.
Like I think they were approaching it from like, what a wimpy load. I did a bad job, you know?
Yeah.
And like, I don't think that's the case. I don't think that has any effect on it.
Here, hang on. Let me just.
Yeah.
I'll just empty the rest of this load.
Yeah.
I wish you could like couple to these things and then just work together.
Yeah, just
it's
attach
so annoying
it.
having to
You should
reload it like every 2 seconds.
like in real life. Why don't they just like chain these together and let the front one carry it? You know?
They normally do. I think that's the thing.
That's so cool.
What a wimpy load.
A skimpy little load.
Well, I don't even know what you do about that. It's not like you could just turn around and be like, "Oh yeah, we'll have some of this." Like, just like back off really quick.
Yeah.
Well, even less would come out.
Yeah, I think you just have to accept it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new Lethal update today? Is it a beta update or like a real update? Did you ever wind up playing Lethal? I know we tried one time and that was it.
Yeah, Lethal Company I played. Yeah, I thought it was all right. It's a bit jank.
I'm a little freak
bit
for that
jank.
game. I love it.
Wasn't there like another? Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. Sorry, I'm thinking of. What am I thinking of? Oh, there was a. Was it not Darkest Dungeon?
Oh, Dark and Darker?
Dark and Darker. There's like
Yeah.
Isn't there like a much better version of that game
So
now?
it depends who you ask. Like I have people who are like, oh, why don't you play this? It's better, and other people are like, oh, good, you're not playing the clone.
Yeah.
But
Isn't the clone is meant to be a lot less jank though, right? Like it's a bit
it's less jank, but I think that takes the
polished.
charm out. It's
Oh,
also
right.
like more arcadey.
Oh, okay.
Like in Dark and Darker, you have a lot of stats to mill over, and it's very like rooted in D&D. And I think in the clone one, it's just like plus damage. Like that's it.
Yeah.
You know, the clone. I mean, I don't know. I don't see any reason to play it, but I'm happy for people who have it, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't get voice over IP to work in Lethal Company. That's
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. That would have been a little bit better, I think.
It definitely. I wouldn't play it without VoIP at this point, or without the in-game VoIP.
Yeah.
If someone was like, "You want to play?" and they were like, "We're using Discord," I'd be like, "Oh, I have things to do."
Yeah, I feel like I missed out on some of the what was that other Phantasma
Oh, Phasmophobia.
Phasmophobia, that was a good one too.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
And the in-game voice made it really funny as well.
Yeah, you needed it for that one.
Yeah.
Well, milestone level. I love to achieve progress.
Well, we're almost done.
It's getting there.
I'll fill you up again.
Yeah. I'm hoping that last strip is all it needs. I did miss a few little seams, and I hope it doesn't care.
It's not going to care at all. You're probably finished with this last load, I think.
Yeah. God, have you seen any Abiotic Factor? I think you'd enjoy that.
I
game.
heard it. I heard it's really good.
It's extremely good. Another one that does kind of need VoIP. But it's
that
so
the one
fun.
where it's kind of like you're in like a lab or something?
Yeah, it looks like Half-Life. Like
Yeah.
it has the Half-Life vibe to it. It's like a single, I want to say, New Zealand dev who has made the whole game, which is insanely impressive.
Wow. Yeah, it's meant to be really good.
Yeah. I was glad. I guess New Zealand's a fairly small place, but I thought it was very cute. The dev for that game tweeted a screen cap of the local New Zealand news, and it was about Abiotic Factor and the success it had. And they were just
Yeah.
like the anxiety attack I'm feeling suddenly being featured on the news.
Yeah,
And I was like,
I
aw,
bet.
that's
Jesus
cute.
Christ.
Man, were you ever
I
on
wish
the
I
news?
had the.
Hmm.
I've never been on the news. No, I'm glad to have never been on the news as well.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be on the news. I don't want to ever go to jail, and I don't want to ever be on the news.
Yeah, I think those are good. Those
I
are
feel like
really
if I
good.
get to the end of my life without doing either of those things,
Yeah.
I'll be pretty
That's good.
good with that.
I got kind of roasted by a news anchor as a child. I was on the news. I've been on the news twice, and both times are very funny, I think.
You got roasted?
Yeah. So, well, the first one, the non-roast one, was I was at a comic book and collectibles shop.
Right.
And I don't know why there were news reporters there, but someone shoved a microphone in my face and asked me who my hero was, and I panicked and I said Shaquille O'Neal.
Nice.
Yeah. And
Very good.
oh, we're 100%.
Yeah, nice.
I'm gonna pull
I'm
off.
gonna grab us some rollers.
So the other one, which I so I feel like this is just it's sad but really funny. Where when I was very young, I was like 12. I went to a horror convention, and they had
Right.
news coverage of the horror convention. My main reason for being there was I wanted to meet the Misfits, and I wanted to meet what the fuck is his name? Tom Savini. That was
Right.
my big reason for going. Anyway, I'm there, and CNN was there covering the horror convention. And some news reporter was like, "Oh, can I like just get some footage of you like hanging out for the horror convention?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And when I get home, I go to put on CNN because he's like, "Oh yeah, there's going to be a story on tonight at like 9 p.m." I was like, "Oh great." And I get home, and the part they used of my footage was they're going through the convention and being like, "People of all walks of life are here, from the freaky to the sexy, to the chunky, and then it shows me, and I was like, what the fuck? and then I got torched in school for the next like 7 months. It was rough.
Hey, there's another one of these compactors at the shop if you want it.
Yeah, I'll go get it.
I got a Siege one because it's a pretty big job. It's pretty
Asphalt compactor. Oh, it was brutal.
That's hilarious.
It was simply. It's very funny in hindsight. It was very rough on a 12-year-old boy.
I bet.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, why did they say fuck me for?
Man, that's so funny though.
Yeah. It was something.
You grew up. Did you say you grew up in Long Island?
Yeah. Like, for anyone familiar with the area, I grew up like genuinely like 20 feet from the Queens border. It's like right by JFK Airport.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I do miss it there. Although it's insanely different now. I don't know. I think it's just nostalgia for being young every time I miss it.
Yeah, I went back to where I grew up. Not like a couple years ago. I took my kids, and it's crazy. It like just hasn't changed at all. Like it
really
just felt like, yeah, it just felt
wild.
like I'd left like the day before or whatever.
That's crazy.
Like a little tiny bit has changed, but for the most part, it's exactly the same.
I feel like New York feels like, and like even like the little suburb I grew up in on Long Island, like it just feels unrecognizable now.
Jeez.
And like I've only been gone for 6 years, 7 years.
God.
But even
did you move to Florida on your own or did
no so it was the timing was so perfectly terrible where my family sold the house in New York. We were all living with my grandma,
right?
And my grandma sold the house, and it was like I could have maybe stayed in New York. It was like right as my stream started to pick up, but I couldn't quite afford to stay, and I was like, I'll just go move with them to Florida for like a couple months.
Yeah.
And then that was 4 years.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was 4 years where I saved to get a house, so fuck it, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Although,
fair enough.
I don't know. I do have a house now. Renters don't listen because you'll hate me, but I do kind of wish I didn't have a house. I am simply too much. There is only me living in this big house, and I wish I didn't live in it, you know?
Yeah.
It's too much for
houses are a lot of work, man. Like, people don't realize how much shit goes wrong with a house.
In the 3 years I've lived here, I think I've put like close to 50 grand in repairs, and I still have another 50 I have ignored.
You will. And then there's always something that needs to be not even just repaired, but there's always a bathroom that sucks that needs to be redone.
I have
like a kitchen that sucks.
One bathroom that doesn't even work right now because I don't want to pay to have it fixed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it is very much like that.
Yeah, I do think more and more like I should just sell it. And just go.
If you're gonna buy a place, you're probably honestly better off buying a new build. Like buy a place like off plan and move in because at least everything is brand new. And you don't need to do anything to it.
Buying this house from the 60s that has not been really touched since the 60s has been it's one of those, I don't know, like and people keep being like, oh well, but you have the house. I'm like, who fucking cares?
Yeah, but
I have the house that I hate.
You have a house that was built a long time ago, and you're at the mercy of like everybody who's lived there previously is bad DIY as well. Yeah. Like it's shocking.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, here, I think we just both turned to the side. both. I'll just go this way.
Nice.
I'll just start going this way now. Yeah, I mean it's not the worst house, but again, like even when I talk to my neighbor, she's a very sweet woman. Her and her boyfriend live next door. She has said to me so many, like every time I see her, she's like, "You just do not belong here," and like she's saying it in a nice way, like she's saying it in a way that she pities me, you know?
Yeah.
Like she's like, "This is a place for families. Like you do not belong here."
Because you originally bought that place with your partner, right? Your ex-partner.
Yeah. So like, it was kind of the goal, but for like a relationship.
You guys moved in, and then it quickly broke down, right?
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks later, I want to say.
Oh man, that's
So at that point, I was like, well, I can't get a refund.
No. Yeah, that's it.
I'm a little stuck in this one.
It takes a lot of time for a house to go through and everything as well.
It's
really annoying.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's a lot of it's hard to find the reasons why I am glad I have this house. There are not many. I guess the only one is that I'm not like homeless. I guess that's the only plus.
You need to sublet some of your rooms to other streamers. Just make a little
Turn into a streamer house. I wish it was. Like, it's funny because I feel like it's too big for just me, but I also feel like it's too small to have. I feel weird saying this. I'm not saying this in a way that I'm a creep. I don't think I could live here, and I couldn't have someone live here with me unless I was in love with them. I think that's, or else I would hate them and want to kill them. You know.
You might learn to love them though.
I might.
You know, you might start off hating them, but then after a while, feelings will develop. You know.
Yeah, but yeah, I keep hitting the wall of like, all right, like. I don't know. Like I think a lot of like I think the whole dream of like you got to get the house and start the family. Like, you know, it's like American dream bullshit that I think I wedged myself into, even though I kind of don't care. It's not for me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I should just.
I don't know. I think it's one of those things that's kind of like. I don't mean to offend anybody, but
yeah.
Without thinking about it too much, it's just kind of like, oh yeah, this is like the right thing to do or whatever.
Yeah,
but
it's like the blueprint.
If you really think about it, it's not for everyone. You're right.
Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of people think that it's for them, and then they get there and they realize, hang on, I hate this.
Yeah.
Which is also pretty bad.
I think I would like this if I wasn't like who I was. You know, like if I don't know. Like I do think if I had like a family and stuff, I think this would be a great house. But I don't. And I also don't think, and I know this also probably sounds a little insane, but like even my neighbor agreed. I was like, this doesn't feel like the type of place I'm gonna meet anyone, you know?
Yeah.
Unless I want to meet, unless I want to be like a married couple's third, I'm not gonna meet anybody here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird one, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know how. I mean, I have no experience dating outside of basically high school.
Yeah.
It's
a nightmare, man.
Date as adults and stuff like that. It's just.
I got some stories for you if you want them.
Do it.
I think they're funny.
Yeah. Okay. Go.
Oh man, where to begin?
He's got a whole arsenal.
I've been on probably like, I don't know, maybe like 8 or 9 dates in the last 2 years.
Right.
And I wouldn't say they're all disasters, but I don't think any of them went well either. Dating, I don't know. Dating when I get this old sucks. Like from a few angles, like there's the side of it where, you know, I'm self-aware. I'm talking as a guy who's single and looking, and probably also has a lot of baggage. But I feel like everyone's just got a crazy amount of baggage, which I'm able to deal with. But all right, so like I don't know. I was on one date where like shortly after she came in the chat and started saying racist stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Went on another date where within like 2 minutes of meeting, she stops me and goes, "How do you feel about the police?" And I was like, "Oh fuck." I was like, I don't love them. And she was like, "People got to stop being so fucking whiny. They put their lives on the line every day." And I was like, I'm gonna fucking kill myself, man.
Oh no.
I had someone else who everything I asked them, they just said no. When I was like, "Do you listen to any music?" "No." "Do you watch anything?" "No." "Do you do anything?" "No." I was like, cool. And
nice.
then after the very silent dinner, she was like, "We should do this again." I was like, no.
What? Some people.
This has been I had one and any really nice date I've been on. I had one person tell me that while she had a great time, she finds it very weird that there's a lot of strangers on the internet who know every detail about my life. I was like, yeah, it's understandable. I think it's a deal breaker for almost anyone I meet. I had a few people just flat out. I had one person just flat out be like, "Yeah, I just, you seemed nice, but it turns out I just can't really get into someone as fat as you." And I was like, "Yeah, that's fair. That's fair." I've had that a couple times. People are very honest when they get older.
I think like the world of dating now and stuff too is like there's a lot of like science to it, right? Like people like game it like they would YouTube or something,
Yeah,
like
there's also tons of there's lots of scamming and botting. Like there's been a few people who I thought we were going on a date, but it turned out to be like them pitching their multi-level marketing scheme.
Oh no.
That kind of shit. Yeah.
That sucks.
You get people who will approach you in like the grocery store, strike up a conversation and be like, "So hey, like after a few minutes of them following you and seeming like they want to talk to you, they'll be like, "So have you heard of like Herbalife?"
No.
Good job. This would complete the
world
first
is
part
so
of the runway.
It really is.
This arrest
That's why I'm like,
needs to be
fucking-
integrated
I'm just getting one
Garbage
more
can.
cat every year until I die.
So
That's gonna be the
you're
plan, I
not-
think.
right.
Yeah.
Normally,
And I'll just keep
the
jacking
system
off.
stops
Yeah,
larger
that's it.
machines if they're too
Hey,
fast
do
for
what makes you
landing.
happy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But even with the small sports
You gotta love what
machines
you
that
do.
fly here, the issue of safety and control should never be
Yeah, see you then.
underestimated. See you on the other
You should get a
side
date with her.
of the runway.
I could.
She's got AI voice.
She owns a runway.
her very own. You ready for the big cutscene?
Oh god, I can't wait. I'm excited.
You gotta move off the off the path.
I'm so sorry.
There you go. Oh shit! That plane is gonna
man.
go right through those shacks.
Yeah, yeah, they're gonna have a hard time taking off, and it's gonna be that.
That is runway part 1 complete.
Part 1.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were parts.
I think we're gonna have to. We must have to build the whole airport.
Yeah, maybe those cabins are next. Those are going.
Maybe you got to demolish them. Yeah. God damn. Good job. That was
Yeah,
campaign
well done.
with was that transport links that we started? Cultural heritage were done. No, transport links was. Oh, which one is this? The airport. Runway part 2. You want to do runway part 2?
Yeah, I'm about it. I'm ready for it.
Okay. We got all the machines that we need here for it.
Oh, beautiful.
It's gonna run down and talk to them. We're gonna have to move all this gear up there. I think we're gonna have to wreck all these
Cabins?
shacks
Nah,
in the
dude, I
way.
hope so.
Yeah.
I really love the way they run in this game.
Yeah.
It's really carefree. Like I think I'm
It
having
is
a really nice time.
It's really goofy. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you imagine? It looks like it's about 35 degrees here. I don't know what that. Maybe like 85 degrees Fahrenheit or something. And my guy's wearing overalls and a t-shirt and a helmet with like a headset and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You would just be melting.
Oh
Keeping
yeah.
up this pace the whole time.
It'd be brutal. Man. I'm trying to think of other funny ones I've got. I've got so many. I and like my thing is like anytime any of these horrible things happen, I'm always like, at least it's a pretty good story. I could snowball this one into at least a funny story.
I'm glad you're continuing. I was a
That
little
sounds
afraid
so
you were
shitty,
in
though.
your head.
No, it
It
fucking
does
sucks,
sound
man.
like such a
It really is a
shitty
lot of
time.
work.
I had so like I've learned too to be like more assertive as I get older and like straightforward and just being like like hey like are you interested like not fucking playing games and shit. And I've had people be sorry I'm just yapping over this cutscene.
Go back and finish the runway from here.
I'm not
ASAP.
paying attention to
And
this.
hurry.
Yeah, I tried to and I'm out.
See you.
She did just call someone a chap though. It might have been me.
See you.
God. But yeah, I've had like I don't know a few instances of being like very upfront and being like, so, like, are you interested? Yes, great. Let's make plans. And then like traveling a bit, and then the moment I arrived, them being like, oh yeah, no, not interested. I'm like, oh, okay. That kind of stuff. It's fun. It's an
that
adventure.
sucks. Crawler loader, dozer.
Life is a
It
journey.
wants a motor. It wants a motor grader for this.
A motor
renting.
grader.
Yeah, your favorite one. I'll rent it for you.
The grader. No, the grader's so. Oh no, I like. You know what? I like the grader.
It
The
just
grader's
wants
good.
to rip. It wants to rip.
I
So
love
maybe
ripping.
You got to use the bit on the back of it.
Yeah, yeah, the back bit.
The back bit rips.
This thing rips.
It's a ripper. And then we got to do topsoil removal as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh, that'll be
Okay,
a fun one.
topsoil we will get some Doosands for, I think.
Do
I'll go get the
saying.
dumper. I'll go get the dumper. Bring it over and we can just load it up to Doosan.
Backhoe loader is such a name. You're right. it's really a name.
I'm just gonna go fill this up and repair it as well.
You've got side hose and you got backhoes. Thank you, folks. I'll be here all day.
Why is this game so good?
It really is nice. Dude, I love
know,
a sim
it's-
game, dude. I genuinely
Yeah,
just do.
same.
It's just so nice.
They're just really chill games to like fart around in.
Yeah.
Is that actually working?
They're good for shooting the shit. Oh, it's going, man. It's ripping.
That rip bed is ripping big time.
It's fast too. This thing, it rips. Believe it or not.
I'm gonna get us a couple of docents.
I love that. No, I have to look in my I redid my Discord recently, and it has a recommended games channel now. And someone asked me if I saw the sim games in it. I was like, you know what? I gotta look at the recommended channel I made. That's why it's there. It's for me to look at occasionally.
Is Crime Scene Cleaner look at any good, chat?
Crime Scene Cleaner. Did you play the? We talked about the kebab one, didn't we?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Have you?
And there's Contractville as well, which is meant to be quite good.
Yeah, yeah. And then there was the one that's supposed to be Supermarket Sim, but multiplayer.
Yeah, what was that one? Like Supermarket Forever or something?
Yeah, some shit. We got Power Wash Sim we could turn. I feel like there's like an endless list of choices, you know?
For the 100% boys?
Yeah,
100%?
The possibilities are endless.
Apparently Cooking Simulator 2 is going to be out pretty soon, and that's going to be
it's gonna have a co-op
multiplayer as well, yeah.
Nice.
So
yeah, I haven't... Fun one. That's on my list of games I want to play soon, Cooking Simulator. I've still been going crazy on Plate Up. You played the tacos yet?
No, I haven't.
I gotta play that with you at some point. I don't know if we have.
Yeah. No, I don't know if we have either.
I feel like... Because like, I know you're crazy at it.
I played it a lot with Hafu, but I haven't heard from her. She wanted to play like a couple of weeks ago, but I had something else lined up and I could do, but I haven't heard from her since. But maybe if there's an update.
Yeah. The taco update.
Some more, but I'm down to play. I don't mind playing with anyone really. It's a fun game. I like it a lot.
I know I'm getting ahead of myself a little, and I don't know if this is the thing that you just feel this way if you play it, but it's in my head. I'm like, oh, if I played that with Sips, we would go to like overtime infinity. It would just never end. it would be the literal. It would never end.
I don't know. It's hard. It gets really hard.
Like I could solo my way into like overtime 80s.
Really?
Or maybe 70s. I don't remember what my high was.
Holy shit! Okay, well you are a crack.
I feel like I'm a psycho at that game, but I only ever play it solo. I'm like I need to be unleashed.
Fuck! I think the highest we ever got was like overtime 75 or something. Like.
Yeah, I know y'all have had crazy ones.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Mine might not have been that.
I think it was called. It's a janky multiplayer version of Supermarket Simulator. It uses the same stock assets. Oh, well, that's fine. If it's multiplayer, it'll be better though, right?
Because yeah.
The problem with Supermarket Sim was it was just so fucking tedious.
Yeah, it wasn't
ordering.
Like I had fun with it,
and,
but
you just can't. You can't chill in that game. It's like becomes too stressful.
Yeah, it was nonstop. The only reason I had fun in that game is because I searched on Spotify for grocery store playlist.
Oh, nice.
And then every time the day would start, I would just press play on the playlist. It was fun. And a lot of people watching the stream, I would have people join and be like, how is the game allowed to play this music? And I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, they're crazy. And like, just, they wouldn't realize it was Spotify. It's fun.
Justin might be like me and find Played Up way harder multiplayer than solo. I don't know.
I do find it harder multiplayer usually. It is
more coordination required in multiplayer.
Yeah. It also does increase the amount of people. It like scales.
Justin does know about the My Dick playlist.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. I
actually so My Dick's been a staple on this channel for a very long time. I can't remember who. I know I am friends.
What a phrase!
What a phrase! I didn't even realize what I was saying. But I can't remember who. I know I am friends with someone who is friends with them, and I can't remember who it is. But I remember at some point someone being like, "Oh, those are my buddies."
That is precisely. I know it's not great humor. It's like kid toilet humor.
Oh yeah, it's perfectly executed.
Big time. Yeah, I love it.
It is perfectly executed low hanging fruit.
Yeah, it's fine by me. I'd take it.
Same.
If it brings you joy, then fuck it.
Yeah, I'm still stunned you haven't seen Wet Hot American Summer.
No, I haven't. I've heard of it, but I have never seen it.
I just have a feeling you would adore it.
Wet Hot American Summer. That's like an old movie, right?
Yes.
Quite old.
Like I want to say 90s. But it was all the folks who do like The State and Reno 911, like that crew, Stella.
All right, okay. Wonder if I can just park this like
early 2000s, yeah.
Order here. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else then. I always thought that I didn't realize it was a early 2000s movie.
Stella was really good. I revisited it, and I remember being like, "Oh, Stella was great. Here's a Stella clip on YouTube," and we watched it on stream a few years ago. And I quickly had to be like, "Ooh, it was a different time. It was a different time. It was a different time." We were using different language then. It was a different time. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna revisit that stuff on Twitch anymore." I learned my lesson quickly. Going Deucin mode. So
Oh, yeah.
the Deucin, are you getting good scoops?
Yeah, I'm getting. Good
I have a hard
scoops,
time starting with the Deucin. I feel like when it started, it's not bad. Let me try. Maybe I was just being silly the other day. I'm gonna start up here. Were you a Mr. Show guy?
I've heard of it. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
Really?
Yeah, it's got the guy from what's his face? It's got
No, Bob Odenkirk from
yeah,
Breaking
and
Bad.
it has what's his
and
face?
David
from Arrested
Cross.
Development.
Yeah,
Yeah, David Cross. Yeah,
yeah. That was
yeah. I'm
that was
aware
old
of it.
HBO.
I just-
Paul
I
F.
don't know
Tompkins
what's-
too. Young Paul F. Tompkins on that show is a trip. A January 6th participant.
Really?
Fuck, what's his name? The guy who was also a voice on Bob's Burgers. HCJustin. Yeah, it turns out he was a January 6th guy. People were posting on Twitter, the FBI was posting pictures of people being like, if you have information on these people, let us know. And people were reposting it being like, that looks like HCJustin from Mr. Show and Bob's Burgers. And then Tim Heidecker retweeted it saying, it is.
Oh no.
And then he got arrested by the FBI.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Why are people the way that they are?
It's something. That one actually did feel like a gut punch. I was always a big Mr. Show guy, and I'm like, no, come on.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I just fuck's sake, this stupid thing. Okay, there, final. I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
I got in trouble as a child for watching it.
Sorry?
My
Oh, I don't know where. Oh, sorry. Oh. It might be in the shed, I don't know. It's been a while. Yeah. Sorry, I was being asked for a hammer.
No, it's fine.
I don't have one.
Don't have a hammer.
I do have one, I just don't know where it is.
No, it's fair. I just bought a rubber mallet. And speaking of the joys of fucking owning a home, my floor tiles in the kitchen have been separating. And I watched a video on how to DIY fix them, and it includes a rubber mallet. So I'm gonna give that a shot next time I have some free time.
What causes that? It must be like the adhesive or something. What is it?
They're like
Is it
interlocking panels.
Oh,
And
okay, yeah. So it's just
somehow
like,
the locks failed.
all right.
Yeah, it's just a big gap, and now there's this like exposed wood all over my kitchen through the floor.
Oh shit, that sucks.
I will say that the house sucks. I have to just take time and do. Like, I have to do a lot of repairs, and there's like, it's probably about like 20 or 30 grand in stuff I still have to do that I can't do. I gotta like hire people for.
Just buy a new one, man.
I wish I could. I really do. Where I feel like I'm stuck here for the rest of my life is I got a really good mortgage, and I'm not ever gonna have enough money to leave, I think. So I think I'm just here.
That's sad.
It is. Unless I just sell it and go move somewhere into like a city and rent forever. Could do that.
Which city would you live in if you could sell your house now and go to a city? Where would you go?
I genuinely like. Is this like an unlimited money scenario or?
No, it's like however the market value of your house sort of thing. So you'd be limited.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
I think that's. I don't think there is one. I can't think of one.
You can't think of a city that you
Nah.
want to move to?
I mean, other than like moving closer into the city here in the city I live in.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like where I live actually. I wouldn't really want to.
I feel like it's fine here. Like, I like the city itself. Richmond's pretty chill. I just don't like the suburbs of Richmond. Turns out. Hello. Sorry, my cat is sitting on my desk, but his ass is hitting the mouse, which is making the game go crazy. Let me pick this cat up. Hi, buddy.
if I had to move now, I would want to maybe move somewhere, like, to me, exotic. You know, like a
Yes.
different country. You know, like
That
like
is.
Japan or something.
I
Like that
wish
would be
I could
fun.
leave the country. That's like that would be my number one. If in a heartbeat, if I could afford to, I would leave the country.
Like, I don't know if I'd want to just like move back to Canada or move to America or somewhere like that. You know, like I feel like I've lived in places like that forever, and you know, this
Kind
is
of over it.
not. It's kind of not exciting. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
I'd want to move somewhere a bit more exciting. You know, like maybe to like the Mediterranean or I don't know,
Man,
maybe like Korea or something. I don't know.
a friend told me a story where just the TLDR of it is, friend of his, just up and changed his life, moved reconnected with unknown family in Greece, and fell in love with a woman there, and like quit his tech job, and now lives in like a little fishing
Wow.
community,
Jeez.
and like is apparently just insanely happy. I'm like,
that's
damn,
good.
that's just the dream.
Yeah, right.
And I think about that so fucking much. I think about it all the time. I'm always like, yeah, what am I doing here if I'm not happy? You know?
You just want to join a fishing community, don't you?
I just want to join a little fishing community. That's it.
I think we all do.
I genuinely do.
I think there's a fisherman deep down inside of all of us.
I think we all want to fish, and we all want to dig a hole.
I think we want to spend all day fishing, but I think we want to come back and share that fish with a beautiful exotic woman.
Yeah. Every
You know?
day, yeah. Oh, you're putting that dirt in a dump truck.
Oh yeah, I'm selling it, man.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, I'm just gonna sweep
I
it
made like
across.
25 grand so far.
I feel bad that I've been dumping it into the off the map area where it just deletes it.
Yeah, no, you gotta dump it.
Yeah, I'll do some dumping.
This is why we need another person. We need another person to just sit in the dump truck and
Yeah, we need
empty
a-
it out every once in
We need a
while.
dump boy.
We need a dumper. You need a certified
Although
dump technician.
I feel like with the truck parked on the side, it's under control. I just didn't know it was there.
Do you know how to empty out the dump truck?
Yeah, it's not full yet though, right?
I think it might be.
No, I think you can get a little more in there.
You think there's another load?
Yeah. I think there's another load to be had. You just jump in it and hit the prompt for empty, right?
Yeah, you just go in. It's under the fill section, which is kind of weird, but
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
oh my god.
You know, this actually works pretty well. I missed a little, but only a little.
You know, there's going to be some big trench excavation coming up as well.
Oh yeah, yeah. But yeah, what always kept me from where I tell myself I can't afford to go anywhere else, it's all with the idea that like this work's volatile, you know?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm happy I have the house, is like, well, at least if and when this shit falls apart for me, I'll at least have a place to live. Where if I'm renting, it'll be like, well, I've got 6 to 8 months to live, you know?
Yeah, that's it. It's
So I think that's why I just stay in this house forever, just the security of it.
yeah.
Unless I somehow like strike the lotto.
You never know.
You do? You do never know.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I play the cards as they lie.
Yeah, me too. You got to know when to hold them.
That's right. That's right.
And when to walk away. Is Rav streaming today? If he is, tell him we're on here. If he wants to
Get his ass.
I think that's another load. There's just so much money to be made.
There's
Oh, yeah.
a lot of
We're
loads
overloaded.
going into this. Coming a little hot there.
It's like that Led Zeppelin song. Got a whole lot of loads. You got a whole lot of loads. Got a whole lot of loads. Way down inside. Woman.
I was never a big Led Zeppelin guy,
I need your
But I-
load.
but I
Oh,
could
you're not?
appreciate Led Zeppelin. I used to not appreciate Led Zeppelin, but I do now. Of all the like classic rock, I think they're like the one I would pick to listen to.
Oh, you should.
And like
Never
Sabbath.
really. If you
That's
never
not really
listened to Led Zeppelin, I would recommend
I think it was
for sure. You'll probably hear a lot of songs where you're like, holy shit, this is Led Zeppelin. I didn't realize.
I appreciate the voice. You know, it's
Yeah.
like a weird voice. I like when
Yeah, it is a little weird.
yeah, it's the same reason. Like I don't think in the same. I think I could enjoy Led Zeppelin songs. I don't really enjoy AC/DC, but I love the weird voice. Like
I love Back in Black, man.
yeah, Back in Black is a sick song.
It's such a fucking
good
good
song.
song. It's so good.
It's such a riff.
Yeah, it's great.
But it makes I'm so happy for AC/DC that they were able to become popular with that crazy ass voice.
Yeah,
That's
it was
cool, I
Back,
think.
it's a different time.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's so sick. Rolling Stones do have some good songs. I was never a Rolling
do,
Stones
they-
guy either, but yeah,
No,
Paint of
me
Black
neither,
is a
but-
great song.
Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah. Street Fighting Man.
Yeah,
Honky
yeah.
Tonk Woman. Brown Sugar.
They
Never
do-
leave your pizza burning. I'll never leave my pizza burning. You ever hear that one?
I don't think I have heard that one.
It's a whole song about oven pizzas. It's
I love
insane.
that.
Yeah. Rolling Stones were way ahead of their time.
That's fantastic.
I don't like Axl Rose,
Oh, me neither. It's terrible.
and I don't really like Guns N' Roses that much, but
Yeah.
some of their really famous songs are actually pretty good.
Yeah, I have such an insane disdain for November Rain. Like it's
hate
playing in my head right now, and I'm
It's
pissed
so
off. I'm mad.
I grew up in a time, a day and age where "Don't Cry" was like a slow dance song.
Oh, God,
at school
yeah.
dances as well, and I
Yeah.
fucking hated
Oh
it.
my god.
But "Welcome to the Jungle" is is such a good song.
Yeah, yeah.
It's actually so good.
Oh, please take me home. Sorry,
please.
I just keep thinking about
Please
that.
take me home.
Oh, please. All right, give me a load, bud. Let's clear the site.
Yeah, that went really quick.
It
The
did.
Deucins.
The Deucins do. Yep. Yep.
They do.
They should hire us for the marketing.
Patience, it's okay. Patience. It's not my favorite. Rebar mesh and pallet of concrete formwork. I'll deliver these directly here if you want to go get the crane.
Yeah, yeah. We'll do that.
What is it?
Oh man, you ever hear fucking Hocus Pocus by Focus?
Yeah, yes.
Oh my lord. What a
Have
fucking
I?
song. I'm assuming you've
Yeah,
seen the
it's-
video of them playing it
it's-
live.
I'm sure I have. Yeah, I used to listen to it quite a bit. Chat
It's
used to
a-
always get me to play it when I used to play Minecraft.
Oh hell yeah! Genuinely,
I
like
loved it.
it's so funny because like when I was younger, I was like, "This is really funny." He's making such silly sounds, and like as I got older, I was like, "This is a fucking great song." Like it's genuinely an incredible song.
Yeah.
It's so good. The guitar work in that song is mind blowing. As someone who feels like a guitar nerd. Where's the shit get delivered to?
I don't like. I didn't like Eddie Van Halen either.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, that's not a
there's
Van
some
Halen
there's
guy.
some amazing Van Halen songs as well. Again, not a band I could just get an album and listen to from start to finish. Actually, there's very
Yeah.
few bands that I can do that with.
Really?
But I will say that one of my favorite bands to listen to an album from start to finish is the Pixies. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That
I got a
is
lot of time for the Pixies.
certainly one. I see, I'm a big full album guy.
I do like a full album, but
Hmm.
I can't think of many that I enjoy from start to finish.
Yeah. Yeah, Pixies are, so it's funny, I was initially, like, just a greatest hits guy. Where I was like, oh, they have greatest hits records and all the songs are good.
Yeah.
But then I realized, I'm like, damn, they really don't put some of the best ones on those things, huh?
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's
fuck.
true.
The sad
There's-
punk is such a crazy good, like, I don't know. A lot of that,
Oh, that song
that song
is
is
so
fantastic.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's,
love
like,
it.
not really on any of their greatest hit shit. I don't understand why.
Yeah.
That Something Against You is really fucking good. Like, God.
Something Against You is crazy. What's that one? What's that? I've Been Tired. I love that song as well.
Fuck, man. Pixie. I'm really upset I never saw them in, like, I would have been too young to see them in their prime, but like I wish I could have seen the early reunions when it was still the full band. You know?
Oh, I saw them. I saw them at a festival. I went to the V Festival in England just to see them.
Fuck,
and the Strokes were headlining as well.
That's cool. I was never a big Strokes guy either until like recently. I was like, oh damn, the Strokes got some really fun good songs.
Yeah, no, I had a friend who was really into like a lot of those like the bands that came out.
Well, I
of,
love
like,
the
early
Hives.
2000s.
The Hives were so good.
Yeah.
You ever see the Hives? Or like
what, live?
Yeah.
I have. I saw them in Montreal, actually.
Yeah. Were they very arrogant? Were they still being arrogant? Because I think that's so funny when bands do that.
I think a little bit, yeah.
Like they would say, "You're welcome."
The show was mental, though.
like after,
it was just
yeah.
It was just. I remember being pretty drunk, and also the show just being crazy. But yeah, no, I definitely saw them. Yeah, we saw them. We saw Andrew WK one year when he came to Ottawa.
Andrew WK
Wesley Willis.
Man, I'm so jealous you saw Wesley Willis.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Fuck, man. I never hear anyone even remember Wesley Willis anymore.
I know. Well, it's been a long time.
Yeah. But, fuck yeah, he died.
I don't know. Maybe I've told this story like a million times, but maybe I've never told it to you because you seem surprised that I saw Wesley Willis. But we went to the show, and just before he was like the headliner, and but the band before him, were like, it was like kind of like almost like a comic like rap group or whatever. And, like one of their song was have you ever been sick from eating shit? And like it was just like the weirdest fucking music, but it was pretty funny anyway. So we watched them, and it was pretty fun. And then there was like the little lull in between them and then Wesley Willis starting. And one of my friends went to go to the bathroom, and we went in, and went to all the stalls were just like broken. He's like, what the fuck? Like not a single toilet in here works. And then the guy, like one of the guys who works at the bar that we're at, is like, Wesley Willis has this like tradition before he goes on stage where he has to take like a really big shit, but he's blocked like every toilet. There's only like 2 or 3 of them, but like I guess he just had to shit 3 times or whatever. But he said, and they're like, it's like pouring cement down the toilet, like all the pipe works are gonna have to be ripped out and everything. It's like Jesus. It's so jammed, like it's so never getting unjammed. Yeah.
That track.
He's just fucking sitting there on his keyboard wailing away for like 2 hours after. It's pretty funny.
I love that. Man. I should have seen him, but I think it was I was young. I was like in my teens, so it was a show that I just couldn't go to. But my buddy Keith did, and I remember him telling me that Wesley Willis headbutted him in the stomach in the middle of his set, and I was like, that rocks.
Yeah, didn't he had like a that was like his greeting was like headbutting people.
Yeah, he would headbutt
people. He had a callus on his forehead from
headbutting
so
people.
Much.
Yeah. Wesley Willis. Man,
who else did we saw? We saw a bunch of there was a time where like probably I must have been around sort of like I'd been to shows before, but like 1920 was when we like when
the year
we
1920, folks.
No, when we were like 19, 20 years old was when we were just starting university and college and stuff, and we just fucking hit like every show that came to town. But we saw a lot of really good bands. We saw Hot Heat.
I remember Hot Heat. Yeah, you remember the song Bandages?
Yes, that was a great song.
Fucking that song has been ruined for me for like 15 years because one time my friend was like, it sounds like he's saying Band of Jizz. And like that's all I've heard for the rest. Band of Jizz on my legs and my arms.
Oh shit.
It ruined the song for me, or made it better. It depends how you look at it, I guess.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, Hot Heat was a fun band. I like them.
We saw Propagandy.
They're all-time favorite band of mine.
Yeah, they're really good. That was good. Actually, my friends went to see Propagandy. They played in a big show in Ottawa at Barrymore's when we went to see them, and it was pretty good. And that was kind of around the time remember the album that came out after Less Talk More Rock? It was
Yeah,
like,
Empires. Today's Empire smells
yeah, it
ashes.
had like Back to the Motor League.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was around that time we saw them, and it was a pretty big show. But my friends saw them around the time where How to Clean Everything came out, and they
Oh,
were
wow.
playing really small shows, and
Yeah,
they played
yeah.
in a church basement in the suburb that we grew up in.
Rocks.
But it was fucking packed because I didn't go at the time,
Mhm.
but there's somebody camcorded the whole thing, and
Oh, hell yeah.
you can see it on YouTube now.
Oh,
and
that
it's
rocks.
it's
I've
fucking
probably
weird,
watched
man,
it.
because you could just see all these people that you knew in the 90s.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
very much in the 90s, you know, like
I love doing that on YouTube.
wearing khakis and fucking polo shirts
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. Like it's ridiculous.
Oh man, yeah. No, I love going through old YouTube videos and like spotting friends. Or like, there's a few where I spot myself. Like there's a fucked up video you could see me in on YouTube. What else? And there's a suicide file video you see me standing around in. A bunch of stuff. Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Propaganda
long-
is all timer for me.
Yeah, they're a great band. Very very political.
They are
band.
very responsible for shaping my politics.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always like, I don't know, not to. This is gonna sound bad, and I'm not trying to sound like jaded old dickhead or like a fucking like a leftist hipster, but like I know, like I feel like, you know, the left has become more, I don't know, popular or prominent, I guess, in society in the last couple of years. But I feel like I get lumped into that a lot. I'm always like, no, it's like music did that shit to me like 25 or 30 fucking years ago. That was,
I don't know. I mean, I'm old now, and I don't listen to new music, and I don't know what people listen to that's not like in the mainstream now.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I have no clue like what is happening in like sort of like underground music or whatever, where I felt like I probably did have much more of a clue when I was a teenager or whatever.
I feel like it's still pretty samey. Or not samey, like it's definitely more progressive. Like, you know, at least like I don't know, there's a lot of hardcore bands now that I feel like it's not just exclusively like white teens and guys in their 20s.
Yeah.
And that's nice. You're getting a lot of interesting stuff happening there.
Yeah.
But past that, I don't know, it's just still like fuck. I went to a show recently. I saw, for anyone familiar with the bands, I saw Gel with Spy and Scowl and a couple other bands. It was very fun. But it was at a warehouse here in Richmond. It's a venue just called The Warehouse, which is genuinely, it's just a warehouse where like a couple people live. But it like immediately I was like, oh fuck, it's just things are the same. Like this is exactly how going to underground shows was when I was a kid. Like it just same vibe, same atmosphere. People are friendly, a lot of open drinking and some like drug use, but everyone's having fun. I'm like, damn, yeah, it is exactly the way it used to be.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's comforting.
Nice that some of that stuff still exists. So you can kind of gravitate so far away from it where you think that it just doesn't exist anymore. You know?
Yeah.
I was reading "Get in the Van" by Henry Rollins. You know, like
I remember that.
His memoirs about his time in Black Flag and stuff.
Yeah.
I love that sort of era of, especially like American punk, you know, that sort of like the 1980 to like 86 or whatever, the big like, sort of like DIY Minor Threats, and like Bad Brains and Black Flag. I used to like a lot of that when I was a teenager as well, even though it sort of all ended like, you know.
Do you still ever listen to that stuff? Or do you feel like you stopped?
I do.
Oh, good.
No,
all right, cool. I always feel weird that I still do.
No, I still go back to it and listen to it like quite often, actually. I still listen to like a lot of early 90s hip hop as well that I used to listen to a lot of when I was at school and whatever.
You ever a Helter Skelter guy?
I was, yeah.
Man,
I loved Helter Skelter.
I
liked the whole boot camp.
Yeah, boot camp click
thing, you know, like OGC and Helter Skelter.
Oh yeah,
and all that.
Man, that's what I feel like I never hear anyone who talk or like not remembers, but you know.
Yeah,
it's refreshing to know I'm not the only one who still enjoys this.
I had the Helter Skelter album with the La Fleur, La Fleur, Eshkoshka,
so good.
That was like the big track at the time.
Yeah.
It still holds up.
Were you ever a Negative Approach guy?
No, I've never heard.
That's fair. That was like, I feel like that's like same era, but more hardcore band than punk.
Oh right.
But
okay.
like the same kind of stuff. But man, they still play shows again, and they're one of the few reunion acts who like the guy's voice has only gotten gnarlier with time. Like it is
really
downright
There's
horrifying
a lot
now,
but
but it
reunion
works.
acts now, though.
Oh
like,
yeah,
a lot of like even Black Flag. Like I don't
So
even
that
think
one-
it has any of the
that
original
one sucks.
members in it, and it's a reunion.
Only Tattoo
band.
I regret. They're so embarrassing now. Like I mean, Greg Ginn has always been kind of embarrassing, but god
Yeah,
damn.
he's a bit of a.
He's
bit
such
of
a clown.
An arsehole.
Yeah.
But,
But yeah, no, the current. So there were two Black Flag reunions going for a bit, and one of them was Keith on vocals, like from Nervous Breakdown and shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that was
yeah.
like the people considered that the real one, and then they had to change their name to Flag.
Who was he was in was it the Circle Jerks or
I think so.
or
I'm
was
not
it
sure.
a
I was never a
different
big
band?
Circle Jerks guy.
it was an LA punk band.
Yeah.
And it was sort of kind of around like all the like Bad Religion and then I guess like No Effects and like the sort of
Yeah. No Effects is just doing their last tours right now.
I know I saw them last summer.
Oh shit.
Summer? Yeah, I went to see them in Leeds last summer.
I hate that I only got to see them once, and it was at a damn Warped tour, which is kind of like a shitty way to see them.
It's so weird because it's one of the apart from seeing the Pixies, it's one of the only shows I've ever been to where I've known every song so well I could just sing along with every song. Like it's weird. No Effects. I have kind of a bit of like a love hate with them because some of their stuff is so fucking dated and
there's
corny.
a lot of awful No Effects shit.
Yeah,
but there's also like I don't know, like
there's some
I
great
will
stuff too.
I will simply never get sick of Punk and Drublick, or even like White Trash is a good record too.
Yeah, White Trash is a great
fucking
record,
So Long Thanks for All the Shoes has some bangers, but that's like I think about it.
Linoleum is just such a great song. And the
Oh.
Bruise. I love their live
yeah,
albums too. I heard They Suck Live is so
It's a
good.
one.
It was
That's-
so great when it came out.
So my band jumped on a cover show once for Halloween, and we jumped on as No Effects.
Oh, nice.
And we opened with Linoleum, and then we played The Decline. And that was the whole set.
The Decline's like 20 minutes.
It was 20
long,
minutes
isn't it?
long, yeah. And then the next day, we had a show just like not as a cover band, like it was a real show, and we just played The Decline again. We were like, we learned this, we're gonna play this more than one time.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna learn a 20-minute long song, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah. But I remember too after our set, someone saying like only 2 songs, and we were like, "Fuck you."
Oh, that's hilarious. All right, I'm gonna rent these big excavators.
Yeah.
2 of them. It was Cat, right? Chat the Cats.
Oh yeah, it was the one with the big scoop.
Yeah, the big scoop.
You want to double scoop this thing out again?
The Cat.
It might be too
349F.
much. I could just be your dirt boy if you want.
Okay, well here, let's start with one and then we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, I jumped in
You
this
wanna
and it made the truck jump on you.
It's okay. I'm fast
Okay.
now.
There you go.
Almost saw Pixies, but right before everything was shut down, right before. Oh, because of COVID, you mean?
Yeah. I was gonna
Kim
go.
Deal
Man,
left the Pixies in what was it like?
that's pretty quickly. Like that was like a year or two after the reunions, right?
Oh, was it?
I want to say it was. And then they had, I can't remember who they had playing bass, but then they threw her out for stage diving, and I was like, man, come on,
Yeah,
come
they
on,
did.
Pixies.
I think they did like a BBC live lounge thing, and they had a different bass player. But they always seem to get a woman bass player. I guess it's like
Frank Black's just a weird. Like it's one of those. I love the Pixies, but man, Frank Black has made it hard to be a Pixies fan. You know,
yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's
a bit of a dick. But at least it's one of those. I'm like, it doesn't seem like, you know. I feel like there's certain artists where if the artist is like a monster, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna listen to them anymore. But if they're just arrogant, I'm like, he's in the Pixies, he gets to be. Like,
yeah,
you
I
know?
suppose.
That's how I feel about the
suppose.
drummer for like, and I am not a fucking The Police fan really, but like the drummer for The Police, I can't remember his name. Someone in chat will, very like renowned drummer. but I hear he's just the biggest piece, like just a total fucking unpleasant person to work with and a real dickhead. And I'm like, yeah, but he's kind of like he's
Stuart Copeland.
Copeland,
apparently.
thank you. Yeah, Copeland. Copeland's drumming is insane. And when I hear people be like, "Oh, he's such a prick," I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." Like, it doesn't like he kind of gets to be, I guess.
All right, I think for this you got to come in.
I'll yeah,
Come
I'll
in behind me like quite close, and I should be able to.
and you can
get
just like turn around and dump it in.
some pretty
Yeah,
big
yeah,
loads. Yeah.
Yeah, let me oh, the breeders are so good. He asked her if you had to work with Sting, you'd become an asshole after a while too. That does sound right. Sting does seem kind of insufferable.
Ding.
No Sting. I the only tickets I ever won to a concert no, I've won tickets to a few concerts. I was lying. But I did win tickets to Sting with Annie Lennox by calling a radio show. And I gave them to my mom, who was also,
My
I don't
mom
think, a
would
fan.
love that. Yeah.
I think my mom went just to go. And she brought a friend who liked Sting.
God.
Wow, let me... I
What
could
a
pull a
pairing.
little further away.
Oh shit.
Here, let me-
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Let me... I'll angle this a little better. There we go. That should be easier. Sting.
Sting. Oops. Sorry. 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 Sorry.
There you go. Getting a little in
Got
there,
it.
but you got it. You got it. Does it... Should I let this fill up before I sell it, or does it not matter?
Doesn't matter. You can just.
Like, just empty willy-nilly?
I think you could just willy-nilly empty it. It's fine.
I love to willy-nilly it.
So it's quite a big load.
It is a big load.
Every scoop. Every scoop's a load.
But yeah, I do feel like I've been fortunate enough in my life to have seen almost every band I like. Like, there's so few bands I haven't gotten to see.
I would have loved to see Nirvana, but
Yeah,
I was like,
me too.
I was like 14 when Kurt
Yeah,
Cobain died. So
I was in
there's no
second grade.
chance.
I remember fucking like where I was sitting in the classroom when I learned he died. That's so fuck up. That's so weird.
Oh man.
That really hit me hard as a kid. That was like the first. I don't even think I had really encountered death at that point. Like, I hadn't lost a family member or a pet or anything.
No.
And
Yeah,
that really fucked me up.
It was a weird one.
Yeah.
I remember I used to watch like all like the the video music awards and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And like, because I was like a kid and I'd be like, fuck, I hope Nirvana win this one. And
Yeah.
I hope they beat Guns N' Roses this
they
time.
better. And like being really
so
pissed off
funny.
if like they
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, I'm bummed I never got to see Nirvana. It's fine. I loved Nirvana at that age. And then I definitely had a point in my 20s where I was like, I don't give a shit about Nirvana. And then like sometime in my 30s, I put Bleach on again and I was like, oh my god. This is
so good.
crazy.
It's a great album.
It really
That
is.
is actually so good. I liked Incesticide.
Yeah, Insecticide.
Very
Yeah, Incesticide is really good.
It's very good.
Even like Nevermind.
It's meant
is-
to just be B-sides. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Nevermind is. I know everybody's like, oh, fuck, it's so overplayed and smells like Teen Spirit and stuff, but I mean, you cannot deny the
There's that.
influence that album had on
Yeah, fucking
so many other bands that came up after.
In
it's
Bloom
insane.
is such a good song. Like that alone.
The drums in that song
so
are
It's like
wild.
that. Just everything about that song. Yeah, Nirvana's
Yeah,
so
it's
fucking
so good.
good.
Have you ever heard like the B-side version of In Bloom, not like the Nevermind?
No, I don't think I
version?
have.
They made a video. It was kind of like I think they recorded and did the video around the time they were doing Bleach as like a promo thing for Sub Pop.
Huh.
The version is like a lot grittier and sort of like grungier. If you
That's
if you
cool. I
wanna
gotta
use
check
the
that
term.
out.
It's fucking awesome though. It's so good. It's the version I
Hell yeah,
listen to,
Dave.
like as a go-to sort of thing, like it constantly, the video for it constantly pops up on my YouTube recommended because I've listened to it so many times. It's so good though.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm laughing because people in my chat are talking about how good Dave is at drumming. And my buddy Dave just keeps saying thank you. It's just it hit me perfectly.
Nice.
My buddy Dave, the drummer of Nirvana.
My buddy Dave.
God. Yeah, I could have seen the Pixies. I one of my bigger show regrets, and it was fucking. I shouldn't be. It's a regret in that there's so many shows I couldn't go to because I was broke. Like, it's one thing, like, if I don't go to a show because I'm just, like, not in the mood. I'm like, whatever,
Yeah.
I'm a fucking dickhead. But shows that I couldn't go to because I didn't have the money break my heart. And the one that comes to mind is fucking... It was Elvis Costello and the Imposters, which I would have loved to see. That's, like, the closest you can get to, like, Attractions era Costello. But I want to say it was with the Pixies.
Oh, maybe.
But it was $80. I was like, I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
I'm bummed.
I remember a Nirvana interview in the 90s when they were talking about the price of concert tickets. And at the time, they were like, they couldn't believe it because Madonna was charging $50 for a ticket.
Yeah,
and they were
yeah.
like, $50 for a
$50
ticket?
bucks?
That's insane. Like, they couldn't believe it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it'd be just
That's wild.
what
Man,
they would think
there's
about ticket prices nowadays.
Yeah,
Jesus
well, fuck,
Christ.
there's a current band I love a lot called Drug Church, and
Oh, nice.
they're playing here in Richmond, and it is a festival. It's a festival in that like 12 bands are playing, which I really don't like. I love when a show is 2 bands, but it's fucking $60, and I'm like
$60.
like $60 Drug Church. I don't think so.
I'd pay $60 to go see Madonna, but
Yeah, man. I want to. I have a friend who I don't know if it's tour man. He works for Madonna in some capacity,
right.
and that always sounds like a trip.
Well, I had there's at one time, every time we went over to LA to go to BlizzCon, I'd see a fan, like a Sips fan.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
She did like this painting for me one year, like it was like oil on canvas painting. It was like a portrait of me, and it was really good, really good. She gave that to me one year, and another year we bumped into. She was always with her mom, and we bumped into them. We were chatting to them, and her mom was like the tour manager for Vanilla Ice.
That's incredible.
But like this is like way post Ice
Yeah,
Ice Baby
yeah, this is
Vanilla
like
Ice, you know,
yeah, like 2000s ice.
yeah.
That's so
It's
funny.
weird, eh? Yeah.
That rocks. Yeah, I have it's right. Like I feel like most of it's very funny to me that I could draw a direct line to every friendship I have, where it either is music related or it is streaming related, and those are like the only 2 categories of friends I have. So I have a lot of friends who work in music, and then a lot of friends who work in streaming.
Do you have any friends who ever went to one of Puff Daddy's parties?
No, thankfully.
No.
As far as I know.
Good. I'm gonna have to adjust here, I think.
Yeah.
I've got to go back.
I do always, I feel weird whenever people, I get a lot of people, here, I'm gonna, actually, you can do me a favor. You see this little pile of dirt by my, oh, sorry, am I doing that to you?
No, that's all right.
I'm trying to pull, I'm stuck on the pile of dirt, which is all the mist dirt.
Oh shit! Sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna reset if you could just scoop that pile up. Actually, or I could
see if I
just
can.
park on the other side. Yeah, it'll be
Just park on the pile. It's fine.
well, I can't move. I guess I could just stay here. Yeah, I can just live here for now. But yeah, it's I always feel weird. I think this is a holdout too from when I was younger, when like it used to be frowned on to be a name dropper. You know?
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah, like you're trying to get cred off the back of like your more successful friends. But I always feel weird when people come in and mention a band, or if I'm listening to music, and I'm always like, those are my friends. I know those guys. But
You fucking name dropper.
yeah, I get a lot of that. But I think it's fun now. It's fun when it happens instead of me feeling weird.
I think it's fine.
Yeah.
You know someone, you know them. You can't help it.
I think it's cool. I'm happy. I love my talented friends. of which I have many.
Whoops. Well, thank you, Justin.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course.
Nobody quite excavates like me. Oops. Oh, I'm stuck on you. Look,
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
stuck on you.
Well, I made it. All right, I'm just gonna readjust where I'm parked. I'm gonna pull over this little mountain right here. You're where do you want me? Left side, right side, doesn't matter.
Behind's fine. I can swivel around.
Okay,
It's fine.
I
got reach.
there you go.
Try not to spill too much.
Yeah.
Another good show I went to more recently, actually, probably maybe like 3 years ago. I saw Ghostface Killah live in Bristol, and that was fantastic. God,
That
I
rocks.
love that. I'll tell you what was so good about it, though. It was all fan service. You know, like he wasn't like, I'm just gonna play my latest album or whatever. It was all
pure fan service. Yeah.
Bangers, yeah, and everybody was going nuts.
That's what people. I'm glad that Ghostface is like self-aware enough to know like this is what the people want. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That's
I thought
cool.
that was really good because a lot of like, especially like older acts or whatever, wouldn't be the same. You know,
A lot
They
of
still
people
take
resent
themselves
their old shit.
very seriously.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I've,
There is a degree of that. They're like, oh, I hated this song, but it's the one that made me popular.
Yeah. Well, like, God, it's funny. Every now and again, I see Converge play some of their very old songs, and they'll usually preface it with like, "This is a song we wrote when we were 17," and
yeah,
like they don't fully rip into it, but like I've definitely seen in interviews where they're like, "Yeah, like that." I don't like playing the songs where like I'm singing the thoughts of like a teenager, you know?
Yeah, it's a bit weird, I
It
guess,
is,
but
yeah.
I get it. But
Yeah.
I watched a really good documentary on the the Proclaimers, the Scottish band, you know, Walk 500 Miles or whatever. And I mean, they've had some really, really good songs.
They had some great songs.
fair.
Like they're considered a one-hit wonder, but
Yeah, but they've had a lot of good songs.
Yeah.
But they, the interviewer was like, "Oh, would you ever do a show where you didn't do 500 miles?" And the guy was like, "No, absolutely not. Like,
yeah.
that's what we're known for. Like,
Yeah.
and we like it. We like that people like it so much.
Yeah.
And but no, there's no way. He's like, we're not big enough to be precious about it.
Yeah.
Like
It
we
is
know
also
that
like
when we do a show, we're gonna be doing that song like maybe 2-3 times a night. Like he's he was so like just. I really respected it, Like I just thought,
that is
good for you, man. Like you actually just get it.
Yeah. But it is also like I think that also like it's a really like I think it's an undeniably good song.
Oh, it is.
And it's and like they were also like it's a mature song. Like there's nothing really embarrassing about it.
No.
I could see like especially in Converge's case, like oh yeah, like you're a hardcore band. Your music is actually really impressive, but that's kind of corny. Just a different era. Was I ever a Seisha or Orchid? Yeah, I am gutted. I did not go to either reunion. Gutted. Two of my favorite bands.
I really like that one by the Proclaimers, I'm on My Way. What a song.
I feel like it sounds familiar, but I'm going to have to listen to it.
I think it was on the Shrek soundtrack.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, the Proclaimers are so
it's such a banger. Like, I love it.
They're one of the few, like, just perfect voices. Like, I feel like the accent coming through makes that music so much better.
Oh, it's so good.
Were you ever listen to McCluskey or Future of the Left?
No.
Bands from Wales.
Oh.
And the accent really comes through. Very interesting.
That's good.
You would, if you heard the song Lightsaber Cocksucking Blues from McCluskey, you would go, oh, that song, I think.
Oh, I wonder.
It was very big at the time. It had a very viral music video.
Right, okay.
That, like, I think a fan made. But you remember, like, the little Quiznos gremlins? From the Quiznos commercials? Ah, fuck, I hit reset. I meant to hit sell. I'll be back.
That's all right.
It was with that. Yeah, no, it's, did I just hit fill up? Yeah, I might have. Alright. No, They're great. Fucking love Future the Left and McCluskey. But that's another where like the accent really shines through and makes it like 1,000 times better, I think.
Yeah,
Yo,
I
what's
liked
up?
another band that this is going back was like an older punk band, but Sham 69.
Sham 69.
Sham 69.
I don't remember
sung
what
that
they
song.
sound like, but I know the name. That's
They did that song Borstal Breakout. If
Fuck.
you ever remember that.
Yeah,
but
it
it
sounds
just
familiar.
sounds like the accent is so fucking strong. It's crazy. But it's
Yeah.
a good song though too.
yeah, that was an Oi
I
band,
think-
right? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
God, there's an Oi parody band I like a lot. That I say parody, and like it is not like a serious band. I don't think they are in other Oi bands, but it's called Hard Skin, and they're just so
Nice.
good. Hard Skin is very fun. That's all. Oh,
Hard
God.
Skin.
Yo, what's up, Bob? How you doing?
It's a lot of bands that I'm not aware of. Such as music, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're. I was
like what
shocked
you
the
like,
first
I
time we
guess.
talked about music, and I was like, "Damn, Sips knows a lot of music."
oh, I
you know
know
more than
what I
most.
know. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know a ton, but
Yeah,
I've enjoyed some music in my time for sure. I really love music documentaries. I don't
Yeah.
even need to like the band. To
Yeah, they're just interesting.
Like a music documentary, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with
really
you
like
there.
to watch it. No, it's a weird one. Whoops.
I'm still big on my. I can't get off my Mets kick. I have not seen them yet. Mad about that.
Mets. I used to go to school with and work for their drum.
Yeah, I know that-
not work for their drummer. I used to work with their drummer.
That is insane to me. Still, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that
He
so
had
much.
two brothers as well, an older brother and a younger brother, and I was friends with them too. It was good.
That's so good. Yeah, there's a lot of
He's
good bands out of
really
Toronto.
nice guy. Yeah, he's an Orleans guy, but I guess he moved to.
Word.
I mean, I've lost touch with him like since I left, sort of thing. But I guess he was playing with the band in Ottawa, and but then I guess he must have just moved to Toronto, and
Yeah.
the rest is history.
Mets is still. They're putting out great records too.
Yeah.
Their most recent was fantastic.
I was listening to one of their albums. I went on a trip and I just had a long plane journey, and I was listening to one of their. I can't remember the name of it, but I liked it. It was good.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's like
yeah.
a bit modern though, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was good though. I liked it.
I've been very all over the place with music lately. Like, God, were you ever just a complete like genre shift? But you ever into Godflesh?
No, God, I don't even know what that is.
It's a band from fuck. What's crazy to me is they're from the '80s. They still play
right.
and put music out, but it was like kind of like half industrial, very very like down tune, odd music for sure. Like it's not something that I thought you would be into, but I figured I'd check. That's been a big
No.
obsession of mine lately.
Oh right, okay. No, I've never even heard of that.
And then a bunch of just like jazz and stuff too. Like I've been more into like, oh, it's nice to listen to pleasant music sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's something that happens like
Yeah.
when you get
Thank
a
you,
little bit
Falky.
older too. You know,
Happy 80 months.
like you appreciate
Yeah.
stuff that you maybe thought was like music for your parents when you were a kid.
Well, still, I feel like I still have like the like eclecticism around it. Like, God, there's some really insane. It makes me feel stupid. There's some like just truly bonkers like jazz shit out there, and a lot of really interesting just like ambient and noisy stuff. I don't know. I just really like music. A music appreciator.
Honestly, I think music is so good.
Yeah.
Generally,
Good.
you know.
It always shocks me, and I'm sorry because I know this will be people in chat. There's always a few of you. But whenever I talk to someone who's like, yeah, music just does nothing for me. I was like, how? I don't get it.
I've often like cried whilst listening to music and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Like it gets me for sure.
I have instrumental songs that make me fucking weepy. That's silly.
Yeah.
That's just silly.
No, it's not though. It's I think
Yeah,
it's a natural thing.
Yeah.
It's moving. There's some music that gets me big time.
Yeah. I'd say a lot does. Like almost, I do always feel. There's always the part of me that feels. I don't know, like emotionally immature by the way it gets me. But then, like, I feel like it is kind of like the opposite of that. I guess I don't know. It just feels a little silly sometimes to me whenever I am moved by something like that.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think certain things will just like catch me off guard.
Yeah, that'll
like
fucking
certain music
that'll do it for sure.
or a movie. I remember when I saw Pixar's Up. I was not ready for it. Man,
Yeah.
I was fucking bawling.
Oh.
Like I could not. I felt so embarrassed too, but it was just it just got me. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, but it
I
got me so bad.
I felt that was one of the few where like it like I saw it like years and years later and like didn't really want to see it either. I've never been like a Pixar guy, but like fully knowing what was coming, I was kind of unmoved by it. And the person I was watching it with was like, "You're a psycho." I was like, "Why? What do you want from me?"
Yeah, I was not. I didn't. It was one of those ones where like we went to see it, but I just didn't really. You know, I didn't do any research or anything. I just figured, oh well, whatever. It's probably going to be a pretty nice movie, and then yeah, I got.
Damn. I'm trying to think of the last like piece of media that crushed me. Because I love crushing shit. Like I've always felt like I really enjoy like a sad movie. I like a sad song. Yeah. Like when I'm feeling sad too, it makes me feel better. Like I don't know why. That's just the maybe it's there's like a catharsis to it.
It's weird when you have kids because you stuff hits you hard like movies and stuff, but for maybe different reasons. But then the last thing that would have like truly sort of crushed me was like something like one of my kids did, you know, but it was just so sweet. But I was fucking bawling. Like I don't know if it's just sometimes it's just like a combination of things too, but it's just like, oh man. Not so much movies. I can't remember the last time I saw a movie that really got me going.
I haven't really watched any movies in a while. Like, I'm trying to think of the last thing I even watched. And like, the only stuff I've been watching lately is like fucking Taskmaster and like Tim and Eric reruns.
Oh, Taskmaster is so good.
I'm so glad I finally started it. I've been just flying through it. I still have a few series I haven't seen, but like very few.
I mean, some series are better than others because they do like 2 or 3 seasons like a year.
I feel like I haven't seen a bad one yet. Like
you'll get a good crew, and then you'll get like maybe a not as good as the last crew, but for the most part, it's very good. Like I don't think there's ever been like a bad season. I think it's mostly just like actually the season before that was so good that this one just had no chance of.
Yeah, definitely felt that way with a few.
Yeah. Man, we must be making some money from this dirt, no?
We gotta be. Oh, shit, we're at 1.8 mil. I don't know what we were at. Every time I sell, it's like $2,000, and I'm selling every 2 loads.
That's great.
Yeah.
Love selling a load.
I feel like something did get me recently, but I don't remember what it was. I have like staples that will always get me. Like whenever I listen to the band Mono, I will cry. There's no avoiding it. Same thing with like
Have you ever done that thing where you're like you love a song so much and you're singing out loud to it, but it chokes you up a bit too?
100%.
Fuck.
Often.
It's so weird.
It is very weird.
You're just like you're singing along quite happily, and then you're just like, why am I crying? it's so weird.
Yeah. No, I'm a big car singer. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, every time like a Neutral Milk Hotel song comes on.
It's funny, eh?
It is. Explosions in the Sky. 2 of the best shows I ever saw in my life were both Explosions in the Sky, which is like a band I do like. I'm not like obsessed with though.
Yeah, brother.
But the 2 times I saw them, once was in Central Park, and it started. There was like a sun shower in the middle of their set. Like, have you ever heard Explosions in the Sky?
No.
They're like a post rock ambient. You ever hear Mogwai?
No, I've heard.
They're in this like same camp. It's very spacey, pretty guitar music, no vocals.
Oh, nice.
So like seeing them in Central Park in the rain, I was like, this is the most beautiful shit I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
And then I also saw them at Radio City Music Hall, which is the best sounding show I've ever seen in my life.
Wow.
That was incredible. There's bootlegs of that show. and it is incredible to listen to. Oh, yeah, Mogwai is easily the loudest show I've ever been to. A story I like to tell. So Mogwai, again, post-rock bands.
Sorry.
That's fine. Mogwai...
I'm so much on the other side.
It's fine. So Mogwai and the Pixies always got some comparisons because of the whole, like... It's funny, it's the name of the Pixies documentary, but the whole, you know, like, loud, quiet, loud shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Where Mogwai is very quiet, loud, quiet. That was always the opposite. But
Right.
Mogwai have a lot of songs that get so quiet you could like if you watch live videos, you could hear like a fucking pin drop in the room.
Really?
And then will suddenly get so loud that like you want to throw up. And I love that. And I was once watching them, and they were playing the song "Mogwai Fear Satan," which has a 6-minute quiet part, and people kind of lose track. And the girl standing in front of me when it went loud was so startled that she threw her drink into her own face. Like she jumped, and the drink hit her in her own face, and I almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, I was at their I was at the filming for their live album and DVD.
Oh.
And it was one of the best shows I've ever been to. And the
Nice.
loudest show I've ever been to.
Wow. I think the loudest show I ever went to was Andrew WK.
Oh man, NGWK shows were so fun.
They were
Genuinely
insane,
nice,
but
man,
so
too.
loud. I thought I had, permanent hearing damage after.
Yeah.
It's one of the only times in my life where I was really worried that actually, I think I've overdone it this time.
Yeah. Man, I will always respect that, man. Yeah. Another story I like to tell, which I forget the details of, which make me feel like a dickhead. There's a singer for a hardcore band. I want to say his name was Dominic. I can't remember the name of the band. I feel like a prick. But he long story short, he died very suddenly. And he was a big Andrew WK fan. And he had always told people that he would want Andrew WK to play his funeral. So Andrew WK came to the funeral just like wearing a nice suit and just like quietly played nice songs on the piano.
Oh, wow.
And then just like, gave his condolences and left. Like no media coverage or anything. I was like, damn, that's a real one,
Yeah, that's crazy, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody who's kind of, had success and he doesn't need to do that.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, like this was like height of like, like party hard era Andrew WK.
Yeah.
Like he was huge.
He was huge, yeah. Crazy. It was a fun show, though. At the end of the show, the band was like, people were going up on stage and they were just like, yeah, here, play the drums. Just randomly people playing the drums and stuff. It was funny.
Yeah. Well, fucking my buddy's old band, Bomb the Music Industry. For anyone who's fans in the chats, love everyone in that band. Good friends of mine. And their whole thing starting out, it was just Jeff Rosenstock, and he would tell people to just show up with instruments and play with them. And he had like
Nice.
an iPod with backing tracks and stuff. But that's how that band kind of like started.
Oh, wow.
And like at the end, they had a full lineup. But I always thought that was cool. I loved the bring your own band shit. Like I think he did full tours of bring your own, just show up and play.
That's crazy.
It's very cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I think that's part of what made him such a like respected name in like punk and DIY spaces and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, let me
I'm just going to
scoot on up here.
straighten up here.
Yeah.
It's because I can get some really big
This is a real
cooping.
good excavation job here.
Thanks. Oops.
You saw Palm in some kid's living room in Tennessee once? That rocks. I love that. Every good show my old band played was because we were able to play because Bomb was playing. We got hooked up with so many great shows. I'd like to think it was because we were all so good. I'm gonna scoot over a bit so you could dump with max arm reach.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, let me...
I
pull
love
this
a
up
max
little.
arm reach dump.
This should be it.
We're getting there. I think we probably could have both excavated this, and it would have taken.
It would have
far
gone
less
quicker,
time,
but I don't think we would have sold as much dirt. I think
No,
I
that's
very
true,
quickly
yeah.
would have gone fuck this and started
selling dirt.
I would have been dumping dirt just in the out of bounds.
I love selling dirt.
Making good money here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sad. I don't have a. Bomb's whole thing was they never, or for a long time, didn't have merch. They would just have stencils and they'd spray paint your clothes for you.
Really?
And I don't have any
That's
bomb
kinda
stencil clothing left. I'm sad. I lost my last one when I moved from Florida to here.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And really smart. They genuinely, man. They had the DIY model nailed down. If there is a model to it, you know.
Do it all yourself.
That's why I like
it's such a
streaming,
good-
man. That's what drew me into streaming.
It is very similar, isn't it?
There's a lot of parallels to being in a band and being a Twitch streamer.
Oops.
But yeah, I liked the I liked the idea of it feeling like, oh yeah, this is like it's like having like a pirate radio station, but it's video.
It is a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah. You got your own little TV show. You put whatever you want on it. I think that is cool.
Look at that dump.
That was a beautiful dump.
That was a beautiful dump.
Almost a half full dump right there, in one scoop.
You know what would be a kind of a fun game to play, like co-op as well?
Huh.
Like, imagine we were at a dump right now and just scooping up tons of trash.
Oh
and
man.
incinerating it and like
Yes, dude.
driving it into an incinerator.
Yeah. Well, have you played Viscera Cleanup Detail? Did we talk about
I have,
this?
yeah.
I would take that for a spin anytime, man. I think that would be a great one. Just speaking of
There's
throwing
gotta
things in
be-
an incinerator.
Yeah. There's got to be other games like that now that are better.
There
than
have to be.
Viscera.
I don't think there's any that are better than Viscera though. I think they're still the top of the
That's
line
like-
when it comes to a
that's
cleaning
still the
game.
gold standard.
Yeah. I think they have the where that game shone for a bit. Like it's been a long time now, but they actually had pretty good workshop maps, like fan made maps.
Crime Scene Cleaner might be good.
Crime Scene Cleaner. Isn't there a junkyard simulator? Is there? When you say that, I just picture the
Don't
streamer
even
junkyard.
talk.
It's a
Don't
junkyard
talk
simulator.
about it.
Oh, okay.
There was a junkyard simulator, okay? And let me be the first to tell you that it sucks, and I think it's
no.
actually abandoned now too. And I was so disappointed.
Oh man.
I really wanted it to be good. I haven't played Crime Scene Cleaner yet, chat. No.
Yeah. Ooh, there was a fantasy version of Visceral Cleanup Detail on the latest Next Fest. I'll have to take a look-see at that.
A fantasy version. So you can like clean up like a castle
Yeah, clean up after
a
this wizard.
medieval duel. Yeah.
Did you ever do Stardew? I have to imagine.
Yeah. Stardew I've done. Yeah. Yeah,
I always
it's good.
wanted to do an extended co-op run of that, but I always felt like anytime I did co-op with people, it would I feel like we would just burn out really quickly.
That sounds like a perfect one for the 100% boys.
It does, honestly, to get do the community center, do every single thing.
Oh my god.
That would actually be kind of great.
Justin, you were talking my language.
Let's go.
I don't necessarily always like doing a 100%, but I love the idea of a 100%.
It's a good idea.
I'm okay to cheat and just say, yeah, I've done it, but
Yeah.
even though I haven't, you know,
Yeah.
for the sake of moving on to something that might be
Well, that
more
was
fun.
that was a reason I liked Viscera was like you could 100% the levels, like not a single speck of anything left. That's what me
Power
and
Wash
Paws used to do.
Simulator was nice like that
So,
too, actually.
is there a difficulty level in Power Wash Sim yet? I
No,
played
I
it
think it's
real
just
early
as-
on.
It's as difficult as you want it to be.
Well, what I didn't like with that game was like as soon as you got like 80% of a surface clean, it would be like you did the whole thing. I'd be like, I want to get every pixel of dirt.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
And this game does that too to an extent, but it's less so now in hard mode. That's why I like the hard mode on this.
Yeah, you got to be a little bit more sort of exact with stuff now.
Yeah.
I feel like.
You definitely have to do way more. Like we would already be done with this excavation job on easy or whatever we were on.
Yeah, we would be for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%ing Stardew is hard now with all the new updates.
Is it?
Oh yeah. It's really
Really?
the new updates are fantastic. I don't know if you've played it in a while.
No, I haven't played it. I think the last time I played it would have been maybe 5 years ago or something more.
Oh yeah. No, there's a ton of new stuff. and it's very good too. But
Yeah, let's do it.
there's way more end game now.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, like you
Does
can,
that mean like dungeons and stuff?
there are harder mines and stuff for sure.
I just like collecting all the fish and stuff.
Yeah, hell yeah. There's definitely, I want to say they added more shit like that, but I'm not sure. They added loads of DLC for Power Loss. Most of them are good. I played the SpongeBob one with a group of people, but we did finish it insanely fast.
I'm getting huge scoops here.
Yeah, that's a big scoop.
It's a full ass load right there.
I'll move after you dump this one. Do a little scooting. That should be a good one.
Chef. Whoops. Yeah, I'd be down for some Stardew for sure.
Nice.
It's been a while, and I've heard good things.
Fuck. So is
I think
Satisfactory
Contract Bill's
multiplayer?
got to be the. Yeah, Satisfactory's multiplayer.
Someone just
I
said
don't
it's
know
hitting
if I can-
1.0.
I don't think I can play that with people though, because I played it so much solo, and I'm so particular about.
Oh, that's fair. So I've been.
It would drive me nuts, you know, like if it wasn't done in a specific way.
Yeah. So that's one that I haven't touched yet. I kept telling people, I was like, when it hits 1.0, I'll play it. And someone told me it's getting 1.0 soon.
Yeah, it's coming out like.
I've never played it. I haven't even seen it.
It is fun.
Yeah.
It is cool. Yeah. But yeah, I've played it so much. I just think I wouldn't be. I think people would get annoyed with me. You know, like, I would
that's
just
fair.
want to do things.
You'd
want
to do things the way you want to do them.
Yeah,
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I'm gonna.
It is fun though. It is very good.
Yeah. I will have to check that one out too. It's like playing modded Minecraft with someone who knows what they're doing. You know, that seems like a good description. Like, man, I never got to play Terraria because everyone I know had already played it to death.
Yeah.
So every time I tried, they'd just be
That's
like,
good.
they would even try to pace themselves, and I'd be like, I can't.
I played that one a bit. I didn't really get that far into it though.
Yeah,
I liked it enough, I guess. I don't know. I tried getting back into it a couple of times over the years, and I never really. It didn't click, you know.
I've never played it for more than like 3 hours, probably. Because every time I would get a few hours in and be like, hey, I'm not really having a good time.
Yeah, that's for me. That's kind of like the Terraria experience as well.
Yeah.
Funnily, I think Terraria is the first game I ever streamed on Twitch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Mine was Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, nice.
We had
a great game.
We used to do in-houses every night, just me and all my buddies and Ventrilo. And
Nice.
We had too many people one night, so I streamed it. And that was my technically my first stream on Twitch.
Nice.
But and then after that it was StarCraft 2.
StarCraft 2. Come
Yo.
on. Great game.
I would love to play that someday. You ever want to go in and just do some like 1v1s?
Yeah, sure. Fuck, I love StarCraft.
I haven't played it in
so long.
forever. I miss
Do
it.
some 1v1s.
I miss it
We
so
could like
bad.
we could make our own like scene, you know?
Yeah.
Get people who've never played it into it.
Little StarCraft 2 revival.
I think it's still played, like
Yeah.
there's still tournaments and stuff.
I don't think
not
it's
as
what it
popular
was.
as it was, but
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's definitely still played. Last time you played StarCraft 2 was the StarCraft 1 mod for StarCraft 2. I love that. No, I had a lot of fun with StarCraft 2. I had one season where I just grinded my head off, and I got top 8 diamond.
Wow.
And then next season it put me into like low plat, and I was like, what the fuck?
What? So you're playing like 1v1 ladder?
Yeah. And I played
With all
probably
your
like
build orders and
300 fucking matches
so
that season.
stressful.
It was
God, I used to get
insanely stressful.
mega ladder anxiety
Same.
playing that.
But I liked it. Like I liked the rush of the ladder anxiety.
Yeah.
So that season for me was it was very, if it was Protoss v Protoss, I four-gated because I was playing Protoss. I four-gated every Protoss I played. I cannon rushed every Zerg I played. And then my Protoss versus Terran games would turn into like 3-hour epic battles.
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, it was so fun. I miss it. But yeah, that was like, I had to play that game constantly to be any good at it. And it, after my one season of doing that, I was like, I want to fucking do this again. And then I never played it again. But that was, yeah, it was right around the time I started streaming. So I didn't stream a lot of that laddering. Some of it, but...
I love the arcade games, like the tower defense games and stuff.
Dude, that was did you play Warcraft 3 shit?
Yeah, I played a little bit of it.
That was the reason I bought Warcraft 3 was their custom games, like the Dota, but also all the TDs and shit.
StarCraft, they had like a Rainer Party, remember?
Yep.
Like all the party games, and you used to be able to play Mafia.
Yep, Line Wars and all that shit.
Line Wars.
I loved the tower
like Elemental TD and all that stuff.
Elemental and Gem TD were so good. Gem TD I think is still like the best TD ever made.
StarCraft 2 had like a Dota clone, but it was all with like ships, like battle cruisers and stuff.
Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Were you a HOTS guy?
I played it a bit, yeah.
HOTS was fun.
It was pretty fun, yeah. It was just like, it just felt like very arcadey. Right?
Yeah, it was an arcadey. I feel like that was like before there were any arcadey MOBAs. I feel like there's some of that now.
Whoops. Yeah. I thought that was going to be the last load, but it is not.
God, yeah. My buddy Pew in chat, we were playing Dota on Warcraft 3 in like 2002.
Jesus.
Yeah. That dude, it's so funny. I have played Dota 2 maybe 4 times, like 4 matches. Really? I am still sick of it. Like, I played so much Dota All-Stars on Warcraft 3 that I can go, like, it's been like 15, 20 years. But I'll open Dota 2 because someone will ask me, and I'll be like, yeah, fuck it. Dota 2 sounds fun. And then within 10 minutes, I'm like, I'm so sick of this. I'm still sick of this.
Oh, man.
It's amazing that I'm still tired of that fucking game. But I just played too much. Like, we put, it had to be thousands of hours. Like, it was all I did.
The arcade games are still active in StarCraft 2, but I thought, wasn't there a big change where they said, like, it's our property if you post up to it, and there was like a big...
There was definitely a stink about it, yeah.
Yeah, there was a big stink about it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is so easy to... This is fun to do with the trucks. I'm gonna get a truck. We have 2 concrete trucks.
Sorry.
Yeah, anything I do, I'm streaming or uploading. Everything.
Poor Strip found it. Oh yeah, this is a good one, isn't it? We got all of the stuff that we need here, right? Are you taking the NVIDIA one?
I've got the French one.
Okay, I'll take.
I'm bringing the French mixer.
I'll take the 4090 then. Oh, the first phase of the airstrip is looking great. The second phase I noticed is on the other side of the cabins.
Yeah, it's odd.
If, maybe there'll be a wrecking ball. Maybe there will be a wrecking ball.
God, that would be so nice.
Imagine swinging a wrecking ball and smashing up these cabins.
It would be so nice. It'd be a dream.
I would love that.
Dream coming true. It's one of the only things I want to do in life. Dude, this is a piece of cake.
I'm gonna turn my chute on.
Wait, now let me...
Gonna readjust it.
Coming a little hot here.
There we go.
You're getting that whole back wall, yeah?
Yeah.
Killing it.
Oh yeah. Have you done this sidewall?
What's that?
Oh yeah, you've done it.
Oh yeah. Just gotta get these middle bits. Oh, sorry. Let me go to the other side.
You're doing this one. He's going so fast.
It's so quick. Yeah, let me scoot over to this side. Dude, we're just
Nice.
unmatched.
I don't think anybody can match us.
No. I'm struggling
That
to
was so
pull out of here.
fast.
It's a bit of a... You know what? I could simply hit the reset button.
We're rich.
Oh, baby.
A pallet of metal elements and 2 cable drums. I'll get all that.
You want to just deliver them straight to here?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll hop in the old crane. Oh, man.
Oh, I can start excavating this trench.
Oh, nice, nice.
We got all the gear here. We should probably buy some more vehicles and stuff.
Yeah, we do have $2 million.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I wonder, is this the biggest crane you could buy? It's gotta be, right?
I think it must be. I can't imagine a crane much bigger than that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a big.
God, it's
fucking
funny.
crane.
I wanted to take a picture of it because you had posted a picture, I think, right? Of,
Yeah.
I saw a very similar construction site that day, and I
Did
was
you?
just looking at it for a bit, being like, oh man,
Oh, take a
just,
picture next
just hop
time.
in that thing.
I'd love to see a picture of construction site.
But yeah, it was a big
How
crane
late
like
am I
this guy.
streaming today? Probably for another hour. So when do you got to
Oh,
do your magic stuff?
It starts in 1 hour, so
Okay.
yeah. It was funny. I literally just had the moment of like, oh fuck. But if it was past time, I'm sure someone would have come into my chat to yell at me by now.
Gonna get myself lined up here on this. I'm gonna scoop big.
Oh, big scoop in line. That thing's gonna go just chew through that.
Yeah. Whoops.
All right. And I'll hop in the old dirt truck and get that thing.
Oh, you want to sell some of this dirt? Oh
Might
yeah,
as
you could
well,
probably
right?
just fall. Yeah, might as well.
I was gonna say get a second one, but I feel like this is gonna go quick. You're already
This'll be-
10% in.
this- yeah, I'll be quick. That's a one scoop. It's crazy.
Yeah, let me grabbing that old truck. Oh, hey Raz. Yeah, we're doing some overtime. What's
Yeah,
up?
Ravs, we're still around for like an hour if you want to jump in.
Yeah, if you wanna get
If
a
you
little,
want to play a little bit of construction.
if you wanna get your hands a little
That's it.
dirty,
We're doing some overtime.
a little OT. Here, I'll pull.
Yeah, come
along
this side. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. There you go.
Oops.
Yeah, it should be good. It won't be on before, but his ass is peeping. Yeah, we're just working on the runway a little bit. We're doing Monday for sure, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I have to. That's one of those. I usually go to my trainer on a Monday morning, but he's cool with me switching to like any day of the week, especially if it's to stream. Like if I ever want to swap a day because I'm tired, he's like, no, fuck you, like get in here.
Wow. Good.
But if I'm like, hey man, some stream stuff came up, he'll be like, I'd be pissed at you if you gave up stream plans just to come in here. So.
Oh well.
Yeah.
He's
He's a good
Sounds
guy.
like he knows what's up.
He does. He does. He's not much of a Twitch viewer, but he is a YouTube guy. And I've been
likes
uploading
it.
a lot to YouTube, so he's been catching some of it. And that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I'm sure he can dig it. Yep. That's right. we'll dig humor
Ah,
for it. Oh, nah,
sorry.
You got most of it in there. I'll wrap up a tiny bit closer. Let me- This should be the right distance, I think, if I just straight line this. That's true. He
Look
needs you to
at
stay employed so you can
that.
stay your trainer. That's a good point. It is the most I've ever spent on any kind of service in my life. But I do feel like it's also very worth it.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, thanks for reversing. That's great. Just being lazy. I don't want to.
Yeah, you know what, dude?
Straighten
You
up
don't
to
need to do a
do
straight
this.
line. It's fine.
Get loads of dirt in there.
Oh, yeah. I feel like the dirt, we've made at least like a few 100,000 on dirt.
We must have.
So I want to say last time I looked it was like 1.7 mil maybe, or 1.8. We may have gotten a little bit of job money.
We probably got paid for the jobs a couple of times too. But
Yeah, yeah. Man, it's such a perfect scoop for how wide this is. You know?
I know it's great.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a little bump.
Oops. All right.
All good.
Sometimes I don't realize my own strength. You know.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. Been there. Oh, man.
61. Heck yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, stretching is sorry, we're talking a little bit about health in the chat. And the thing I have learned the older I get is that if I do not do my stretching before I do workout stuff, or even just like if I don't do my stretching every few days, I am like badly fucked. Like my body becomes just a hell zone full of pain.
A consecrated temple.
Oh yeah, it becomes a very consecrated temple. So stretching and yoga, very important. The older you get, I think.
Guy's got some consecration in his temple.
Yeah. My body is a temple of doom.
Nice.
Yeah.
With the old Columbia pictures,
Yep.
I know somebody who wouldn't be a fan.
Mm.
Oh shit!
I still can't think of the last like movie I saw. I'm trying to
No,
really.
I can't.
I really think about it. I just don't watch TV a lot anymore.
No, I watch a lot of crappy reality TV, and that's about it.
Oh man, I gotta find some good crappy reality TV. I need some like junk food TV shows.
Yeah.
For me, that I usually just do like reruns of things that I think like it's typically Tim and Eric or Eric Andre shit.
I need a new series of the Traders or Survivor or something would be good. I like that.
I never really watched any of those.
Survivor's really good.
I never
thought I
watched
would hate
Survivor. I met someone
but
who
it
was
is-
on it.
Right.
I was at a party. There was someone from Long Island who was on a season of it. But I just remember someone being like, "Oh, that's she was on Survivor." I'm like, "Damn, that's crazy." And that was it. That's the whole story.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Damn,
They seemed nice, I guess.
One more scoop, maybe?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is true. Go on Survivor to get an anecdote for life seems good. Yeah. That's why even bad things happening are good things if you get a story out of it. That's the way I've always looked at it. If it makes for a funny story, it couldn't have been that bad.
Whoa, look at this.
Beautiful.
Punk, 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 punk. Shit.
If you really like trash reality TV, the newest season of Love Island USA may be the greatest reality TV season in history. Is what
Really?
has been said to me.
Love Island USA.
I feel like several people have said similar things to me, so I believe you. I need to see it.
Jesus.
I've had a lot of people tell me this, I feel like.
Holy Runway Part 2. Insane.
Mm-hmm.
I can
Pallet
do
of wood.
gravel. Do you want to order the pallets of wood?
Yeah, I'll do that.
So we're going to lose all the money that we made off dirt. It's just about to be spent on gravel now.
But you know what? It's money we wouldn't have had, you know?
That's true.
This is the only job we have right now. Yeah. Just making sure I'm sending it to the right site. Yeah, I just don't, part of it is that I don't enjoy being in my living room. That's a big part of it. Like, it's just not a room I like, you know?
No.
It's
Can
like-
you just watch? You can just watch TV in bed.
Well, I have a TV in my bedroom that I, honest to God, think has been turned on one time. In fact, I wanted to take it out of there and like maybe mount it in this room, just so I'd have a TV in my streaming room. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe my couch actually sucks. I don't want to admit it because it was too expensive.
I hate that. I hate when
Yeah.
you have something and you're like, I've not gotten any value out of this. I have to use it. but
Yeah.
I hate it.
I know, and like I feel like I'm stuck with this couch. I mean, it's been a while now, I guess. I'm gonna grab a Doosan and flatten that out.
Oh my god.
What's up? You doing okay there? Yeah, it's looking good. That's looking pretty good right there. I don't even think I need to Doosan it because you put so much in that. Yeah, I don't. There's just such a high concentration of it that's considered just in there and spread around.
As soon as I get out of here, watch
just
it's
gonna
gonna
beautifully
magically
flatten.
flatten out. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Self-leveling.
Look at that beautiful gravel. So my couch, it's one of those couches, it's super deep and it has an ottoman that's massive, so like it's kind of like a bed. Like you could really sprawl out on that thing.
Nice.
But it kills my fucking back in almost any position I sit on. It's like I kind of can't enjoy it in any way.
Oh man.
It's really low to the ground too, so it's like awful to get out of. But it was really expensive, and it was also, I feel like this is, again, I feel like in hindsight, kind of funny. So this isn't a woe is me story. I just want everyone to know that. I don't want to sound like the pity man. But I bought that couch. I was still living with my ex. We were still in Florida, and we were watching a lot of TV and shit. And like things just did seem a little fucked up. And I was like, you know, like, I feel like the couch is all broken and fucked up, and it's one of the few times you get to hang out. Maybe if we had a nice new couch, you know, make things a little nicer. And so I bought this stupid expensive couch. This is very nice. But in my head, I'm like, man, that was like trying to fix a relationship couch. That's a cursed ass couch. The couch gotta go.
This'll do it.
I
got her now.
At the time, I didn't think it was a fixing the relationship couch, but in retrospect, I'm like, oh man, yeah, 100%. That's what I was doing.
Oh, more construction. Oh, you've done them already.
It's true. Better than a fix a relationship baby. You're not wrong. Ooh, construction materials. But yeah, the other part of my spite with this couch is that it was what was most expensive about moving here was moving that fucking massive couch. It was the hardest part of the move here. And now that it's here, I'm like, well, I'm going to sit on this for the rest of my life, I guess.
You ready to pour some Crete?
I love pouring the Crete.
Pouring the Crete.
Yep.
Love to pour me some Crete.
Love to pour a little Crete. This one's going to be ridiculously fast.
Shit. I can't drive. I'm drunk. Oh, that's good. We got a lot of time for that.
Oh, man.
Lots of time for that.
I love it. It's kind of went sick with this one.
You're doing here.
It's really,
It's really something.
There is it's a very, it's a very intentful pattern. I do it all with intent. It's none of it is on accident.
Good.
Yeah. This is how you're supposed to do it.
Oh God. Almost went flying into the river there.
Is my chute open? Oh my
the
God,
G-Force mixer is crazy. It's the future.
Yeah, the NVIDIA mixer.
It's in the game.
That's right.
How would you feel about me changing it to morning?
I think that'd be, wow. I was gonna say horrible. But I guess it's already done.
It's done. I've changed it. Oh, I see you get in there and you swivel.
Yeah, do a little swiveling. I get in there and just flick that thing around.
I'm gonna have to fill up 18,000 bucks worth.
Oof. I love the sound of the wet concrete.
It slaps out, eh? It's
Yeah. Every time we play this
slapping
game,
noise.
I'm more convinced I could do my own like pavers and stuff. Or I paid someone to do a little concrete foundation in my yard for a shed, which I still
Nice.
haven't gotten because my fucking shed that I had is now broken. It is a whole thing. But after watching them do it, I'm like, yeah, I could have. It wasn't even like a company. It was just like some guys did it.
It's the kind of thing where you see somebody do it and you're like, it looks easy because they do it a lot.
Mm.
But it's also the sort of thing that if you work like as a tradesman for a year,
Mm.
you would get really good at doing these things, and then you'd be able to do it easy.
Yeah. I would say the guys I had do this definitely like YouTubed how to do it the day before.
Really?
There ain't no way. Oh yeah, it was. They did
Oh
a
my God.
truly horrible job. I would have done such a better job. It was just an abysmal job.
All right, here comes way more money on gravel.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna spread that stuff.
You know what's coming up soon, though?
Did they break the shed? No, I broke the shed by putting a home gym in it. Which I guess it wasn't really intended for. But the weight of the home gym has completely destroyed it. And I haven't gotten a new one yet because they're really expensive.
What, sheds?
Yeah,
Sheds are
they're really
surprisingly expensive.
I'm in a position now where it's like I need the shed. Well, and I feel like I need the shed because I already spent the $10,000 on the gym equipment that goes in the shed. You know,
Jesus.
there ain't no coming back from that.
No, that's a lot of.
And I'm also I want to start the daily working out. Like I've worked this out with my trainer. It's been months now of me not doing the plan we worked out because of the shed. But yeah, shed's gonna be like another 10 to 15. I also need my crawl space fixed, which I've gotten quoted at 10 to 15, and I need new gutters, which are gonna cost 5 to 10.
Jesus Christ,
And
man.
I don't have enough for any of that.
Gutters are crazy too.
Yeah, I have
And
no gutters.
Nobody wants to put them in.
Yeah, yeah. So I at the
Phone
moment just
people
don't
and you're like,
have.
hey, do you do gutters? No.
Yep.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Thank
Thank you.
Oh, hey, sorry. My yeah, the rain just like pours down the side of my house, and as I understand, it's really fucking things up. And that's
Hey,
because
nice.
oh, look at that. When the people who fixed my roof, because a tree fell on it, they broke all my gutters, and they didn't come back to fix them, and I just had no recourse. So it's cool.
Chat, this is 100% done. Look, see,
Look at this.
we put all this down.
This is beautiful. Sorry, I feel like this turned into the me bitching stream.
No.
What compact? I think we have 2 compactors, don't we?
No, we have two asphalt
asphalt.
ones. Yeah, but we don't have. Do you want here? I can rent one.
Yeah, I'll go pick it up.
I'll get a. Oh no, that's the asphalt as well. Oh, here you go. There's a cat here. Oh, did I rent the right thing? I feel like I did.
Where is it? I see the soil compactor.
Yeah, it should be at the dealership, like close to us.
Oh, let me reload the. I usually just go into the vehicle list to see what vehicles we own. And I see a soil compactor, an asphalt compactor, and another asphalt compactor.
Oh no.
But I don't see a gravel compactor.
Let me see. What did I get? No, I accidentally got a
Another asphalt
excavator.
compactor. Oh, okay.
No. So what do we want? Cats. Oh no, I want to go into the thing.
No, I just misspoke on the gutter quote.
Soil.
I think it was like,
compactor.
I don't know.
There, it should be there now.
Might have been 4. I've gotten quotes for so much shit that I truly can't remember. All I know is that they all made me sick to my stomach, and I did none of them. So.
There should be one that you can get in.
Let's see. What's wrong with me? I see 2 soil compactors and 2 asphalt compactors.
Yeah. So whichever soil compactor doesn't have somebody in it.
Oh, okay. The soil compactor does it?
Yep.
I see. What's up with the crawl space? A bunch of moldy rotted wood. And the chemical liner that's in there is from the 70s. It's like the moisture trap. And it's chemically separating and releasing like an ammonia smell. But it's also not barriering correctly either. Like a lot of humidity is getting into the house through it too. But
Do you think that that's where all the dead prostitutes were stored
it could be.
by the previous owner?
It certainly could be where they are.
Crawl space does seem like a good place for that sort of thing to happen.
Although I don't know. I feel like you have enough people come work on your crawl space, they'll find it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But yeah, the crawl space just needs a lot. It needs it needs some wood replaced, the new humidity liner, a dehumidifier has to go in there, and like some kind of a sensor for water, because right now it's just got a lot of standing water in it. And they said they need to find the source of the standing water, and that might make things much worse.
Man,
That's
home
right.
ownership.
Home
huh?
ownership. Yeah. I could just sell it and move into a little apartment.
Yeah. A lot less maintenance.
Yeah. The whole security thing again. That's where I'm like, yeah, I need that security. I have just nowhere else to go. If the streaming thing goes
You can buy an apartment, right?
I think it would still cost more than this actually in any city at least.
Oh,
Way
really?
more than this, yeah. I do have a cheap house. That's the thing. Like I can't sell this house and go get another house. When people tell me to do that, I'm like, yeah, not an option. There's no other house for sale for how much I'd get from this house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got in at a very unique time. Long story short, I got my house for $250, and
Wow.
the cheapest house for sale in my zip code right now is $550.
Jeez.
Yeah. Got the smallest, shittiest house in a very good area.
$250 is pretty good for a house.
Yeah. That's where I'm like, I probably shouldn't leave.
I don't think you can get a house anywhere here for that much. You can get a one-bedroom apartment for $250 over here,
Mhm.
more, but a house, no way.
My family got a little condo here, which they're not in full time yet. But like that costs more than this house by a magnitude. and it is a 2-bedroom condo in an apartment building.
Yeah, right.
And it's even further from the city than I am. It's even further off the beaten trail. Where I'm pretty close to the city.
I feel like we did not finish this job, but
Thank you, Bunny Duck. Thank you.
it seems to think it's done. There's a Deucin in the way.
I don't
Mr.
trust
Gorbachev,
myself to do
move your Deucin.
I don't trust myself to do gutters as a guy who's definitely too heavy to get on a ladder. I don't feel like I belong on a rooftop. Deliver a package of arresting system components.
Hey, look, we are connecting up.
Oh, all the cabins disappeared.
The whole phase just got rid of the cabins.
I love that. I'm sad we didn't get a wrecking ball for them, but
Yeah, I would have loved a wrecking ball.
got a new skill point. God,
Quite the airstrip here.
my computer
I wonder
sounds
if
like
you can watch planes land.
Oh, I hope so. My computer's doing the thing where it sounds like a jet engine.
I will go and get the arresting system components if you want to start paving.
Yeah, I could do that. Let me get in the old asphalt paver. Yeah, I need to just, I need to get a lot done. And I'll work on it. I will say I've begun paying my taxes quarterly for the first time, which feels really nice.
It's more of a marathon than a race.
Yes, it really is.
Having a house.
And now that I'm very jazzed about the quarterly tax thing, because now I'm like, oh well, the money I have is the money I have, rather than always feeling like I got to hang on to a lot of this money for taxes.
Yeah. That sucks. Yeah.
So at least I know where I'm at and how much I can spend. This is going to be a little at a time. I'd love to DIY as much as I can, but I feel like those are all out of my realm. Like, although I don't know, like how hard could it be to build a little structure, right?
Surprisingly, a lot.
You think so?
You'd be surprised. Yeah.
Because like I already have the concrete slab there. I just need to put up walls and a roof. You know?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, it's still harder.
depends
than
on whether you want to have electrics, insulation, all that kind of
that's
stuff.
true.
You know, like
The insulate. So I watched my trainer insulate his whole home gym, and I was like, "This doesn't like it's tedious, but
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. No, I think the thing is, especially with a house, is expect everything to be really expensive
yeah,
because it will be. Because the thing is, you gotta consider as well, like nobody out there is going to. Okay, say you have an amount of square footage built for you. People are just going to equate that to whatever the market price is for that square footage. You know what I mean? So they'll say, okay, well, if you want 400 square feet done, well, okay, that's an apartment, and an apartment that costs that much costs like 300 grand or whatever. And so they'll say, okay, well, it's going to cost 300 grand. Like they're not going to build you something that you can then turn around and be like, oh yeah, I've just made like 2,000% profit off this. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So it's everything's gonna just be expensive.
Everything does just be expensive.
Yep.
What am I gonna say? Sorry, brain no good. It'll come back to me. Try to get this in reverse. But yeah, so I have replaced, in the 3 years I've lived here, I think I've replaced every major appliance. And then finally got to the point where I had to replace all the electric, which was frying every major appliance, you know?
Oh my god, man.
So I've replaced the fridge, the dishwasher, the oven, the washer, the dryer. Like,
what a nightmare.
and then a $15,000, or no, it wasn't 15, it was like $10,000 electrical job. But that included running electric to my shed, which then immediately broke under the weight of the gym equipment. So it has been a comedy of errors, I'll call it.
Yeah. It is. I was saying to chat the other day that Tom Hanks movie, The Money Pit.
Yeah.
It's
classic.
That is just houses. Like it doesn't even need to be being built from scratch. Like you're just constantly paying for something. If something broke or is leaking or whatever. Like I mean, if you're renting a place, you usually just phone your landlord, right? Say,
Yeah. Although,
hey, this isn't working or whatever. Can you fix it? And then they say, no, I'll
yeah,
not
exactly.
fixing it.
They say no, and then you're like, well,
exactly. And the reason they're not fixing it is probably because they're in the middle of fixing the house that they live in. They probably have had enough of fixing things.
come on, no, go back up. Yeah, no, and also your rent is going up.
Yes. Yeah, that's the classic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I that's when I hit my wall of like, this is as good as it gets. I just have to get good at fixing shit. And I tell myself that eventually I'll catch up, or maybe. Could happen.
I'm delivering.
I'm just dumping some hot asphalt right now.
Nice. Well, we got enough to start working on the hotel probably on Monday.
Oh man, I'm excited about that.
That'd be fun. Be a lot of cool stages.
That will be a good one. Pull this thing off to the side.
I'm gonna do the far away ones first.
love doing some asphalting.
Yeah, finally the hotel. God, feels like we've been talking about it forever.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Oh, man.
It's surprising. There's a lot of cool stuff to do in this game, surprisingly.
Yeah. I'm
You
curious.
kind of get used to doing the jobs, but I actually think they're more enjoyable the more you do them.
Yeah, I think once you get the hang of a machine, it actually is like, more pleasant.
Like excavating, I used to find pretty tedious, but now I actually really like it.
Yeah. You just needed the right tool, you know?
Yeah. The right tool needs to be using the right tool.
That's right. That's right.
Do you watch any sports?
I used to watch hockey.
Yeah.
I still enjoy hockey, but I feel like it's a little sad to say, but like streaming just kind of ended any of that kind of stuff for me because I'm always live when a game would be on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And I'll always I feel like I'll say that sometimes. People will be like, why don't you just like take nights off every now and again to watch hockey? And I'm like, no. I'm just not going to do that.
Yeah, I can't watch hockey here because the time zone's so you know, like a hockey game's usually on in the evening. So for me it'd be on at like 2 in the morning.
Were you a hockey guy?
No, I wasn't a huge hockey guy, but I did like, you know, if there was if I managed to like catch a game, I liked watching it. You know, like I would probably watch it a bit if it wasn't so so tough with time zones. Because I don't want to watch like I don't want to watch a game that's already been on. You know, like watching it live is like
you gotta watch it live.
Right?
Yeah, like I had other people too who were like, oh, you should just record them or just watch it after stream, and I'm like, it's not the same.
No.
Yeah. I do still though.
That huge container ship in the river.
A container ship in the river?
Yeah, look at it. Can you see it?
It's going by. I was staying at a B&B a couple months back on the Chesapeake Bay.
Nice.
And I was sitting outside in the morning just taking in the fresh air, and a huge barge like that came down the bay, and I was like, Jesus. Just kind of wasn't expecting it. There was also a barge that went by with a horse on it.
Oh.
It was just one horse.
A horse
standing
barge.
on a horse barge. There's just a single horse floating down the Chesapeake Bay. I don't know if I got a picture of it. I feel like I didn't have my phone.
Paving.
I gotta have a picture of the horse barge. I'll take a look.
Did you ever go to Disney World while you lived in Florida?
Yeah. I think I went to all the parks at least one time when I was living there. But it wasn't even like some of it was, I would always do Extra Life United. They would always do it like in a Disney hotel.
All right.
And it would usually be like, you know, if you participated in the charity event, you'd get a 1-day Disney pass.
Oh, okay.
So I would usually do that with the other folks at the event, and that'd be fun. But I'm just not much of a theme. I'm not a ride guy, and I think that also comes from just being a big guy. Like,
yeah, I
scare me.
can't do like fast rides. I get sick. I get really motion sick.
So it was actually at Disney. I went on my very first roller coaster at the like tender age of fucking God. How old was I then? I was maybe like 31. My very first roller coaster was Great Thunder Mountain Railroad at Disney.
Great one. It's like kind of like a baby one.
It's considered a baby one for sure. It made me violently sick for like several hours. Just miserable motion sick.
No.
Couldn't have been worse.
Oh, I get motion sick, but I've never had any troubles with
man.
Thunder Mountain.
It destroyed me.
Oh no.
Yeah. I get bad motion sickness though. Like you ever hear the story about me going on old Richard Hammer's fishing trip?
No.
Oh, buddy. So he was coming down from Michigan to Florida to go fishing and doing a stream of it. And it was pretty far from It was pretty far from me in Florida. But I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll make like the 5-hour drive, hang out, go fishing. And it was on a boat. And I'm like doing everything I can to like push myself to actually go and do it. Like I'm anxious. I hadn't been on a boat in forever, but last time I did, I got a little motion sick. So I'm taking fucking Dramamine and ginger chews, and like there was some bracelet that was like, this bracelet will stop motion sick. I was trying everything I could. We get out there, the boat starts to hit choppy water, and I just exorcist vomited all over myself and the boat. And Richard had a few folks from his chat there as well. So it was just me like essentially passing away in front of a group of strangers and then having to take all my clothes off.
Oh, no.
And then it also immediately canceled the trip too. So that I was like, yeah, sorry you drove here for like 17 hours. but the trip looks like it's canceled.
Shit.
It's just vicious.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It was
that is so unfortunate.
One of the sickest I've ever felt.
Seasick for sure. I mean,
I get crazy.
I live on a
motion
small
sickness.
island, so you can't predict like how choppy the sea's going to be if you're going away like on a day trip or whatever. But
yeah.
Luckily, it's only happened like maybe once or twice, but and not even puked because of it, but just felt like hell for
Dude,
the whole day and then days after.
I feel like it's gotten worse the older I get too, because like I was doing the Mindscrack Marathon out in Kentucky a few years ago, and the roads were so twisty that I had to like pull over to throw up. And I was driving, like I was the one driving.
Okay, I never get car sick if I'm driving. But
people always tell me that. Yeah,
I'll be sick as hell sometimes.
It was my first time getting motion sick while driving, and now I get motion sick like often while driving. It's terrible. And when I get motion sick, it ends my day. Like there's no like, oh, I'll feel better in 20 minutes. No, it's like for the next 12 hours, I'm going to feel horrible.
I've had it before where like I've been out drinking and I'll feel sick and then puke, but then I'll just feel fine after.
Oh yeah.
Like completely fine, like good to go for like the rest of the night.
Yeah.
God. I don't know what that is, but if I get like motion sick and I throw up though, I'm out for like days.
Yeah, same. God, I had a bad experience in VR that put me out for like 48 hours.
My God.
Yeah. It's so weird. I never used to have such like I feel like my body's become so sensitive. Like
Your body just betrays you slowly over
it does.
Time, in Dude, like really subtle little ways.
I'm so sensitive to smells now too, and like that it never used to be that bad, but now like the slightest like off smell and I'll start gagging.
Oh, I think I'm immune to it now because after having 3 kids.
That's fair. Dude, every time I change my litter box.
Shit, you name it. I've smelt it all and it just it doesn't even affect me anymore.
It's a testament to how much I love my cats that like every 3 days I either throw up or almost throw up while I'm changing their litter box.
Oh god.
And I have a robot that cycles it into a bag. I don't even have to really interact with it.
I think the first time I had to change like baby diapers when they're really small, their poops aren't real poop. Like they don't smell like the poop you would like you would take, you know, because they don't eat food, poop. You know, they just drink milk. So their poop doesn't really stink, you know. It's like it's almost like buttery. It's like weird. Like it doesn't actually smell good, but it doesn't smell horrible. But I think the first time I ever had to change like a full like I ate tacos today for the first time and now I'm shitting.
Oh god.
Diaper. I was like gagging a bit. Like it's rough. But
yeah, I would not handle that well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make him puke. He's gone all quiet. He's just like quietly puking at his desk.
No, so descriptions of things don't get me at all. Like I could like I could see or hear about anything, but smelling it just destroys me.
Man, my grandmother lived in a like a big like apartment building, a 12-story apartment building, and in Ottawa, and in the winter, it gets very cold out, and so homeless people would oftentimes like camp out in like the lobby of like apartments.
Mhm.
You know, you got like the little sort of like airlock area of an apartment where
Yeah,
it's got
yeah.
the buzzer and stuff, but it's heated, so they'd go in there, try to warm up or whatever. One night, me and my brother were going down to like the store just to get a magazine or whatever.
Also, I need the tiniest little fill up.
We're on
Just
our
like-
way out
Mm.
of the apartment building through like through the lobby, and we're walking by and this smell hits us, and then we have to do a double take because out of the corner of my eye, I'm sure I see a massive shit on the floor. So I turn around, sure enough, there is a massive shit on the floor. But this is a shit like no other. Like
no.
it was perfect. It was huge, and it was perfectly like coiled up. You know, like
like someone put an
poop.
emoji.
Yeah, but there was like fucking massive streaks of blood in it as well.
Oh,
and
no.
it stunk so fucking bad.
That's
like, oh my
horrific.
god, it was fucking awful.
That's vicious.
Yeah.
God.
That is one time where I did a little bit of a gag as well. It's
Yeah.
like, "Wah."
I've
Like,
definitely
it was
witnessed
awful.
people shitting a couple times, and each time it
Ugh.
didn't. Yeah, I definitely there's a bit of gag involved.
Ugh.
There's also one time where I encountered a guy walking down the street in Brooklyn, just like smeared in shit,
Ugh.
like head to
Oh,
like all over his body.
Jesus.
That was
Christ.
that was a rough one. You could smell him coming.
Yeah. Everybody poops, I know.
Yeah,
Everybody poops, and sometimes they poop in the foyer of your
yeah. That's
grandmother's apartment building.
that is true.
Yeah, it was rough. And a bit sad too.
Yeah.
Bound to be. We got a compact.
Yeah, we got two of those bad boys, huh?
We got two of them.
That's beautiful. I'm gonna grab one of them.
I thought a shit like no other was going to be an overstatement, but apparently not. Nope. It was a bad one. You in your Hamtronic?
Oh yeah. What's the horn button?
For me, it's H.
Fuck.
Oh shit.
Shit, man. None of these buttons do a horn. Oh man, I want to fucking honk that thing.
I want to honk. I want to honk it so bad.
I want to honk so bad. I'm not finding a honk button. It's not the
Your
bumper.
nephew
It's
threw
not
up
the
at the
triggers.
playground when he saw a cat shit. Cat shit's pretty dangerous as well, right? Like it's got lots of toxins,
I think it can
toxic substances in it. Dog shit too can make you go blind if you
be. If you eat too much of it.
eat too much of it or if you get it in your eyes.
So I'm gonna have to go through the bindings and look for honk. But I feel like I can't right now. We've got precious little time.
That shit in the lobby, the image of it is just
It's like it's stuck with you.
seared into my mind's eye. I just cannot unsee it. Cannot.
I definitely saw someone taking a shit in the mall once. Like sitting in like a potted plant.
Oh my god.
Definitely seen that. I think I may have told you before, but I still find this story so funny. I had a friend, and I feel like the story's made better by the fact that like she both seems like a very normal person and like works like a very good job, very pretty lady, like so the behavior I feel like it becomes funnier. But I'm at a bar with her, like in our 20s, and I'm outside smoking a cigarette, and she comes out and she's like, "They fucking kicked me out because they said I fucking pissed at the bar." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What were you doing?" And she goes, "I was pissing at the bar." And like starts cracking up. And I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And she was like, "There was a potted plant next to me in a line for the bathroom. I didn't think they'd notice."
That's hilarious.
Oh god. I've held her hair for her several times while she was puking. She's one of those friends.
Yeah.
Good friend to have.
Bit of a pisser.
Yeah.
Man. I think everybody feel like everybody knows somebody who's been loose with like pissing and shitting.
Yes.
You
Yeah,
know?
everyone's got to
Everybody
have
knows
one,
a
right?
pisser and a shitter.
Yeah. I've known a lot of pissers.
I've known a shitter but quite a few pissers.
Yeah.
The notable shitter for me is again, I've told this story a million times, but fuck, it was so funny. It was he shit in a margarine container and put the top on, but then brought the margarine container into a car. There was like 6 of us in the car, and every once in a while he would just open the lid a little bit. The smell was so
Why?
unbelievable. Well, I don't know. I think
That's-
just to prank us with the smell, but
that's
also
so funny.
eventually ended up just chucking it over his boss's car. But the smell was unbelievable.
That is so funny.
Man, it was so funny though. Like for how gross it was,
Yeah.
I've never laughed so hard. Like,
Yeah, no, that is-
everybody was like crying, laughing.
It is
like,
deranged.
We're
It's
trying
so
to pull
funny.
over the car to get out and everything. Like it was
Oh
unbelievable.
my god, man. Yeah, it is both psychotic and so funny. Fuck. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything that would come close to that.
No. He shit one time. He shit on the skylight of his school. I didn't go to the same school as him, but like a bunch of my friends and like our mutual friends went to school with him together. He climbed up onto the roof of the school and shit on the skylight. And then the next day when they were all at school, he was like, "Hey guys, look up." And there's just a big fucking turd on the skylight.
That's so fucking funny.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. I did have a friend who broke into the music room and had at least claimed that he took a shit inside of an instrument.
Oh.
I can't remember what it was, but I do remember the school being like, yeah, someone like trashed the music room. And I was like, I know who did that. They took a shit on one of your instruments.
It was shit on an instrument.
Yeah, in it. Yeah, it was maybe like a...
I feel like that would be kind of hard to do.
No,
right?
like I want to say like it was like the inside of like a
tuba,
like a
or
horn, yeah,
clarinet.
like a tuba, maybe like
Just
yeah,
shit in a clarinet.
yeah. I at first I thought it was like maybe like a bass or something, but like I don't think it was. In the piano, yeah.
Oh my god.
I never did anything. I was always witness to a lot of destruction, but was never destructive myself.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen other people do a lot of like really dumb shit. But
Yeah.
I've never really
I never
been
really did it myself. Yeah.
much of a dumb shit doer myself.
Yeah. Very much same. I was always too, and it was one of those. I don't even think it was from like a stance of like, oh, I don't want to do that dumb shit. Like that's wrong. Or it was always from a place like, I can get in trouble.
There's
or hurt.
always somebody else who is more willing to do it. And
That
just
too.
Probably better at doing it than me.
Yeah,
I was quite happily just a spectator.
I was very okay being a spectator.
Yeah. God bless him, though. Some great memories. Man, I can't believe we're almost done this runway.
I know. Oh, this is the
I feel
last
like
phase.
We've become masters at some of these vehicles as
We
well.
really have.
Like that topsoil removal took us 2 seconds, and we made a shit ton of money too.
Yeah.
There was so much dirt to sell.
I was doing this nice, but we're almost done. So I was like, you know what? I don't have to line this last part up. I do wish it made us do every inch of it, but I'm okay.
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
kind of weird. There's so much left.
Yeah. I think it just
Doesn't make
scales. So when the job is
Oh.
this big, there's like huge amounts left.
Oh, I suppose,
Yeah.
yeah. But then it's weird because there's still like quite a bit left to do, and it'll just complete the whole thing. Like it'll probably just build the whole airport and planes will start landing.
Yeah. What else is on the runway?
Oh, it's the big green trailer here at the end.
Ah, I see.
Just like that corner of it.
It's like a pixel of it on the runway.
I need to get a Steam Deck.
It's
They
fun.
don't deliver here though.
I
need
bought
to get
one. I've played it 3 times. And
Oh, nice.
that's still fine. I'm still not like unhappy I got it. But I've bought it and played Civ in bed for like 5 turns and fallen asleep.
Nice.
And that's the only thing I've ever done. I've done that 3 times.
I'm gonna just return this.
Oh, another thing on the construction site. There you go. My legs are doing something crazy on this thing.
Do we just need to speak to the Deucens?
Hello. Good afternoon.
I feel
Good
bad
afternoon.
returning these, but I'm gonna actually buy a couple because they are super handy.
Yeah. We should accept the big job Monday, and then buy whatever vehicles we can with the leftover.
Yeah. Well, I think the big job, it wants you to have about 1.5 million because some of the stages are quite expensive to
Gotcha.
buy all the materials for and stuff.
Yeah.
We got quite the fleet here, though. Look at all the stuff we got.
We got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. All right, you ready for a cutscene?
Oh yeah.
Good news. The safety inspector has left the field with a defeated expression. A good thing. Now we can turn our attention to the hangar.
Oh, shit.
Unfortunately, the small wooden cabins had to give way to the runway. Yes, they were old and ramshackle, but I used to enjoy spending summers here. These bungalows served as my hiding place from my annoying brother, who never got tired of being a pain in the neck to me and other kids, even here at summer camp. But let's not get into that. It's not good for my blood pressure.
What a bastard.
What a way to end the conversation.
Yeah, right. Oh, I've got 1 foot on the... There we go. Wow.
Damn,
look at that.
It's beautiful.
We got to build a hangar next. Oh, yeah. And Rav's built that pedestrian
that bridge
as well last time. Whoa, look at this. We're getting like an extra long cutscene.
Yeah, this is a extended cutscene.
All right, let me just check quick. What's next for transport links then? So